Hello everyone. Ooh, isn't this fancy? I've got a little box there, a little box for my formula. So hello and welcome to a brand new Walking Dead wheel rewrite video. Now I bought a new monitor just for this purpose, just so I could have a little box with the form. It's okay because it's a tax write off, so it's alright. I don't mind investing a little bit into the channel, you know. Um, so yeah, I got this little form here, a little box in an extra thing. Let me know if you prefer it like this. I think it might improve the flow of the video. Now we have a paid request today, and I've got a few new things that I'm adding to the wheel. A few new little techniques, I suppose you can call them, that hopefully will add a bit of spice. Now, I'm happy to continue doing these wheelwright videos because I do enjoy them, but I do think they're gonna get stale very quickly if we don't mix things up here and there. So that's what we're gonna be doing every so often. We're gonna mix things up, and that's why today you'll see we've got a new thing we're doing. Now this is a paid request, of course, from a wonderful viewers, but actually, wonderful viewer, but there's actually viewers. There's two viewers who requested this one, and those viewers are Just Jordan was the first one, and Just Jordan specifically requested for both Andrea and Amy to be main characters, with Shane as a love interest for Andrea, and that was Just Jordan, who's a channel member, so shout out to Just Jordan. And then also we've got DX2CYY, sorry, and he requested for Andrea as the main character. Yup. Okay, he said Andrea, main character. Yup. So, of course, we'll be doing two requests in one, basically. So we're going to combine those two requests. Andrea will be the main character, along with Amy as the main character, and Shane will be a love interest for Andrea. I'm not doing two separate videos on the same character being, that's too much. So I'm combining those two requests. I hope they don't mind. But first off, thanks to all channel members. We got Baddie, we got Rolf Farhart, we got Just Jordan, Red Lemon Cola, August Fisher, Rye, Austin Man, Jesus, JB, Turbo Clash G, Logan Keeley, Coda Cole, Corey, Jaxokel, Leon Kennedy is my daddy, and whatever comes to mind. So thanks to all those channel members. Very wonderful of them all. Now, I also want to say paid requests, okay? Little update on paid requests before we get into it. Pay requests are great. I love them. But $4.99, please. Some people have been giving me $2, $3, okay? Not good enough. I want more money. No. I will put them in the list as well. Don't worry. But I'm going to favor the ones that pay me more, okay? Because I'm a greedy capitalist and I want all that money, okay? So if you want to see one of these videos, do $4.99. That guarantees it will be, in the top of the list. But not at the top of the list, but in the normal list. But if you want it to be fast tracked, maybe 10, maybe 15, and I will get to all requests if you're still waiting for one of your videos that you requested. They are coming. I'm doing them in order. It's the fairest way I can do, unless you pay me more money. Anyway, let's get into it. Yeah. So, as you see in the little Word document we got here, Amy and Andrea are going to be our protagonists. And we need to determine who Amy's love interest is. But before we do that, we need to actually determine what characters we're going to be having. So I've decided to do something a bit different here. Now, we always have 20 people in the Atlanta camp. 20 people. So, of course, we've got Shane, Andrea, and Amy. Those ones are default. We're having them regardless. But I figured what we'd do to spice things up is roll a little D10 here. And this is going to apply to Rick and his family. Season 3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to replace Rick and his family with some people from Season 3 instead. And I think, what better? This is perfect. I already see what I'm going to do. Actually, I've got two things I could do. Now, I could replace Rick and his family with the prison guys, because that's perfect. 3 of his family with 3 prison guys. Or I could replace Rick and his family with, I don't know, Karen, Milton... Karen, Milton, and Hamburg, maybe? Gardulio, actually? I could do Gardulio. Now, let's go with the prison guys. I like that. So, Big Tiny, Axel, Oscar, they are now joining our group. And Rick and his family, okay, they are now going to be, those guys are now going to be in season 3. All right, so they're going to be at the prison. So instead of Rick never got shot, they eventually ran away. I guess they lost contact with Shane and they took refuge in a prison. Okay, so I'm going to make a little thing here that says Atlanta Camp. So we've got Rick, Grimes, or Grimes family. Grimes family equals not Thomas, Big Tiny, Oscar, and Axel. All right. So I'm going to add those guys to this wheel. So Axel, Oscar, Big Tiny. So they're added there. So that makes a cool start. So we should get, because of free character, we should get 17 characters in here eventually. Now this is going to be a little tedious, but I think it's going to improve the flow of the video. So this is for the Dixon brothers. That's 1, so they're going to remain in this season because we rolled a 1. So both Daryl and Merle are going to be on here. So next up we've got T-Dog. Who is going to replace T-Dog? 4. So we have to replace T-Dog with someone from season 4. Interesting. Let's go with Zach. Why not? We're going to go with Zach. So T-Dog replaces Zach. So that means we just need to make a quick note of that to say T-Dog equals Zach. Again, this is just to, like, you know, shake things up a little. I think this could work, you know. I think this is a good idea. We'll see. So Jackie is remaining. Jackie will be remaining in our core group. So we add Jackie as well. So then we got Jim. Let's see about Jim. Oh, Jim's remaining as well. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy to have a few characters, you know, remain. I don't want to see any more 1s, though, to be quite honest with you now. 2, so we have to replace Morales and his family with someone from... Oh, well, if we're going to do that, we may as well. Sorry, I had a cough. So we'll do Herschel, Maggie, Beth. Herschel, Maggie, Beth, and Jimmy, I guess. Yeah, Jimmy. So, and then the Morales family will... Turns out in this universe, the Morales family have a farm. So they will be showing up in season 2 instead. So we'll move Miranda, Morales, Louis, and Eliza to here. Now this is going to get a bit confusing when we get to, obviously, you know, doing copying and pasting and all that stuff. Well, it's going to be a bit janky at first, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. So now we have to add Herschel, Maggie, Beth, Jimmy. Okay, so they've been added. Next up, we've got, who have we got? I don't even know. Carol. Oh, the Peltiers. Oh, sugar. So we've got another season 3. Ooh, so who should we replace the Peltiers with? So I think maybe the Williams siblings. We could do that. And we throw Karen. Yeah, we'll throw Karen in the mix. Why not? So we'll do Sasha, Tyrese, Karen. And then that means that Carol, Ed... I mean, because Karen shows up later anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So these will be the guys that appear in the prison and, you know, get kicked out by, I guess, a deluded Andrea or whoever's deluded at that point in time. So we have to say the Peltiers equal, I don't know if you spell that, Peltiers, whatever, equal the Williams plus Karen. So now we will make a little Tyrese, Sasha, Karen. Okay, and finally, we're not finally yet. We've still got Dale. Oh, we got Dale and Glenn. Sorry. What do we get? We got 6. Well, that's interesting. So Dale is going to be replaced with someone from season 6. So who we got in season 6? We have not many options, to be fair. I mean, it could be someone from Alexandria, like one of these guys who show up at the early Alexandria. Wait, nah, why not? Why not? Instead of Eastman, let's do Dale. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, let's do that. So we've got Eastman. Oh, Eastman. Right, and now, finally, last one, okay? I know, sorry. Took us a while to get to this point before we even get into the rewrite. How long are we into the video? We're like 10 minutes in. But that's fine. Five. So we're replacing Glenn with someone from season 5. Ooh. Just because I feel like Gabriel always gets shafted. In this universe, Gabriel was on some religious convention, okay? Where he, I guess... showed up in Atlanta and then eventually fled. Okay, so now this should be our perfect group. Just got to add Gabriel, I think, to this. So we should have, it says 18. How did that happen? Oh, because we got major character. So yeah, 17 characters here. We got our mains. Now, before we actually start the rewrite, I know we're still not in there. We need to decide who our main characters are going to be. But now we've got a very different Atlanta group, which is kind of interesting. So Jackie is going to be a main character. I like this. So Jackie's the main character. We're going to go aim for 7 main characters, of course. We've not got any kids really in our group. I don't think there is any. Yeah, I mean, I guess Beth and Jimmy are technically kids. Maggie's also going to be a main character. So Maggie's going to be a main character. And then one final main character, please. For our Atlanta group. A very different Atlanta group. Now, let me know if you like this idea. Ah, Merle! Oh, that's cool. Merle's the main character. Interesting. So, here are our main casts. We've got Andrea, Amy, Shane, minor character, Jackie, Maggie, and Merle. Now, obviously, in this universe... we're going to say that Andrea was, she's a civil rights attorney, right? So she was defending some dude against some injustice. And maybe some gang stuff or whatever. Someone goes to shoot the person that she saved from prison. And Andrea takes the bullet, okay? So she's rushed to hospital, of course. She wakes up from her coma. She's stumbling around. And at the same time, we kind of, maybe in the episode as well, we get Amy's perspective where she's rushing, doesn't know what to do. She's in Atlanta. Maybe she gets saved by... well, actually, maybe Amy was the one who was shot. Maybe Amy took the... yeah, Amy took the bullet for Andrea. And Andrea was in the prison, okay? She was in the prison because, speaking to one of her clients. Maybe her client was Axel. Yeah, speaking to her client, Axel. When shit went down. And so Amy was in the hospital, she woke up, she met Morgan, and we also kind of get the stuff with Andrea as well, where she saved a couple of the guys from the prison, she escaped, maybe it's a different prison to the West Georgia Correctional Facility, where of course we'll eventually be going, so yeah, maybe it's different to that one. And eventually met the Dixon brothers, Zach, etc., all these people, right? And the Greens, who in this universe don't own a farm, and the Williams, who weren't from Florida, a lot of confusing stuff here, but it all worked out in the end. Gabriel was on his religious convention. Karen and Tyrese, they met before the apocalypse in this universe. And Eastman, I don't know. Eastman was still a pretty depressed dude who locked some dude in a cage. Crazy. So that's our group. So there we are. So I also want to decide, though, who is going to be Amy's love interest. Now I'm thinking it will make it a minor character, because then they get to have potential to be the major character later on. Is Jimmy... I thought Jimmy's 17. Is he like 17? Yikes. He's 18 in this universe, guys. Don't worry. So Jimmy, he's 18 in this universe, so you don't have to worry. Now, of course, Beth's with him. So Amy's doing a little... Amy's engaging in an affair, all right? Because Jimmy met Amy, and that's the love of his life, all right? And Amy's like, Jimmy's going to be mine. I need to get rid of this Beth girl. Jimmy's 18, and we'll say Beth's 18 in this universe, okay? So no underage stuff, weird stuff. Anyway, who gets handcuffed on the roof? So this has to actually be a minor character, so let's see. Who gets to be our Merle? Now, this might get confusing going forward. We'll see. Ooh, Axel. I kind of like that. So maybe in this universe, Axel is a bit more violent. Maybe he is like the intended serial killer that he was meant to be. So Axel, he's going crazy. He's firing off shots. He's handcuffed on the roof by Amy, obviously not knowing that this is Andrea's client. And when she arrives back at the camp, okay, then she meets Andrea, and she's like, "Oh my God, Andrea!" And then Andrea's like, Big Tiny and Oscar will be like, "Where's Axel? Where the fuck is Axel? Where's our boy Axel?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, shit. He's I handcuffed him on the roof. I left him there." So they have to obviously go back. That's where we meet. That's where we, of course, we meet Guillermo. And, of course, does Guillermo join the group? So we got heads, yes. Tails, no. He's dead. No, sadly. And then we've got the Morgan Dwayne. So, of course, in this universe, Amy, we said Amy, didn't we? Amy met Morgan. But what's going to happen with Morgan? Both Morgan and Dwayne are saviors that our protagonists will encounter in Season 8 with the Morales stand-ins. Okay, cool. So, Morgan and Dwayne are saviors. Very interesting. Okay, now we get into Ed's death. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because we've got whole new different characters. So who is in their tent, bit injured? Oh no, it's Daryl. So maybe Merle and Daryl had a bit of a fight, okay, the night before. And our first death is Daryl Dixon. Wow, that's crazy. So Merle and Daryl had a fight. This is when Merle's going to be feeling extra guilty, okay? Because he beat his brother up, and that was part of the reason why he couldn't defend himself in the tent. And that's why, sadly, Daryl died. Now, who gets Amy's death? So who's leaving the RV, asking for toilet paper? Oh, no! And he gets bitten on the shoulder and the arm. It's our boy Herschel. That is sad. And that's a perfect moment for Maggie, who's one of our main characters. Look, Daryl's a main character. Merle's a main character, so Daryl's death affects him. Maggie's a main character, so Herschel's death affects him. This is great. And then Jim's death, who is bitten and then left on the side of the road. Tyrese. Wow. Okay. So Tyrese is bitten, and we leave him on the side of the road per his request. So Sasha is, of course, going to be affected by that, but Sasha's not a main character, so in this universe. But it's kind of like Ed and Carol at this point wasn't a main character. So I think in a way that kind of works quite well. I like that. So of course we lose Daryl. We of course lose Guillermo as well. Actually, Guillermo. We lose Daryl. We lose Guillermo, and we lose Herschel. And we lose Tyrese. So R.I.P. our Season 1 deaths. So who leaves to look for their family? And we need to make it to make sense. So who's going out to look for their family? Oxcar. I love how I put Oxcar. I didn't even realise that. Big Tiny. Yeah, okay. Should I just get rid of the prisoners at this point? Let's go for it. So Oscar and Big Tiny, we'll go for those two. So Oscar and Big Tiny, they decide to leave, especially after Axel. Maybe they're actually looking for Axel, but maybe it's not even about that. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna go look for our families, right? Because we've just escaped the prison. We never got to do that, so we're gonna decide to do that, and we'll look for Axel on the way. So they head off to go look for their families. And, of course, leaving the group. So, Andrea and Amy and Shane. And where are you, Jimmy? And Jimmy. Maybe Beth just gets with Zach by this point. Maybe she figured it out. And she's like, to spite Jimmy, she gets with Zach. Well, she does anyway. So, maybe there's like some teen drama going on there. And, of course, we got Merle as well. We got Jackie, who's, I guess she's our Glenn. Jackie's our Glenn. We got Jim. We got Maggie. We got Sasha. Karen. Sasha and Karen probably grieving pretty badly. Eastman and Gabriel. I guess Gabriel's just kind of tagging along. Have I added Dr. Jenna? I actually haven't, So we will add Dr. Jenna. Done. CDC explosion. So we have to roll our D4 and decide what will be the outcome. 2 deaths. Okay, so that's going to be 2 minor deaths. It's going to keep it pretty easy. Who's going to be our minor deaths? Oh no, Beth! Don't. It's season 2 Beth, guys. Season 2 Beth with her her bathroom fun that she liked to do. Remember? Oh my god, 2 lovers deciding to go out together. I like that. No, I like that. Okay. So I guess after maybe I guess after Herschel's death and the betrayal of Jimmy, Beth decides to stay, and maybe Zach's like, "Come on, Beth. Come on, Beth. You can't die like this." And he's trying his best to convince this girl because he's madly in love with her. But then he realizes the clock hits like 10 seconds, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" and he starts to run. But it's too late for Zach. He didn't realize she wasn't just doing it for attention. She was serious about this attempt. Sorry, I shouldn't. That's a bad joke. Okay. Self-harm's not funny. Anyway, moving on. We got season 2. So we now. Jen has joined our group, of course. He decided not to go out. Okay. Actually, I can put Morgan and Dwayne in the missing for now. So we're on to season 2 now, and of course we have the good fun of the chaos roll. Now I've added some of your suggestions to the chaos roll. Some of them I think were like someone suggested like doing like a bunch of different characters from like different TV series, and I haven't even watched half the characters that they suggested. So I took your idea on board kind of, but not entirely. So I apologize. But 42. So along the corridor and down the stairs, 42. So roll a d4, and that many characters from the Telltale game shows up and join the group. Maybe just out of the bigger characters. Okay. Fine. So let's roll a d4. Oh, 1. One character from the Telltale games is going to be appearing in our group. That's very interesting. So let's just find out which character. I just have to look through my images, see what we've got downloaded. Have I got this particular person? Because I think this would be a funny person. Why not? There we are. We've got Kenny. So Kenny is in the group. We find him on the road, maybe on the jammed highway, in fact, and he's trying to look for a boat. He's like, "I lost my family. I'm looking for a boat." Don't you know? So Kenny is going to be joining our group. Very cool. We've got Kenny in our group. Let's go back up. Whoop. So we'll just make a note that Kenny joined. So who is going to be getting shot today in our season 2? It's got to be a minor character, of course. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because, of course, Amy is our main character. So, in this universe, Jimmy is the one who gets shot. And Amy, of course, is rushing her beloved boyfriend to the safety of the Morales farm. That's right, guys. Because in this universe, the Morales family own the farm. But they still have their neighbours, Patricia and Otis. So, Jimmy is the one who gets shot. But which Green family member was the one who shot him? And this is where we're going to have to... Oh, sorry. Morales family member. Miranda, Louis, Eliza. And then, of course, we've got Otis and Patricia as well. So, which one of them shot them? And then, of course, this person is going to get the Otis treatment. Oh, well, look at that. It's Otis himself. So, Otis is getting the Otis treatment. He's getting his own treatment. So we will determine who did that in a minute. But who is the character who got lost? Who got lost? I'm gonna reject that just because Kenny literally just showed up. I feel like that makes like, why would any of our characters care? I can't make that work. Oh no. No, okay, I can make this work though, because they think that Dr. Jenner can eventually like come up with a cure, right? So if he goes missing, that's like, fuck, we need to look for him. That's our cure, that's our hope, right? And I think hope in season 2 is a big theme. So I kind of like that. I think this can work. Okay, because they're looking for Jenner desperately, because this guy can make a cure. But of course, they eventually find him in the barn. Andrea is fucking devastated. Amy fucking devastated. And of course, Andrea is the one to put little Walker Jenner down. Yeah, I think that works. But who's going to kill our Otis? First, I need to add these lads and gals to our list. Who is going to be the character, the main character, of course, who puts an end to poor Otis. Oh, okay. It's not going to be a major character. It's going to be a minor character. So which minor character is going to be the one to put down poor Otis? Sasha. Fucking hell. Okay. And I think with that, I will upgrade Sasha to a main character. Sasha kills our Otis standing, okay? I guess after losing her brother, she is not too keen on taking shit from anyone, alright? So she saw Jimmy. She's like, I'm not going to let another good man die. You know, I'm not going to let Amy suffer the way I suffered, okay? So she, maybe Sasha and Amy are like tight. They're really good friends, okay? And that's why she did that, to sort of protect her friend from losing Jimmy, who's obviously losing blood. But at the same time, Sasha doesn't want to die herself, so it's kind of selfish too. Who's gonna get the Dale death though? Of course, the death in the field, contemplating what they're gonna do about Randall, and unfortunately, a walker attacks them and kills them. It's gotta be a major character. Oh no! Already, Sasha. So she's a main character for a season, but okay. I guess in this universe though, she was like, she killed Otis. I don't think she'd really be defending Randall. I think instead she probably was advocating for Randall's death, and maybe she went a bit too far. And Andrea being a civil rights attorney, okay, and now kind of being the quasi leader of this group, right? Which I'm gonna say that Andrea is the leader, although Amy is the main character too. I think Andrea's stronger in like the defense than Dale, and she kind of makes the decision that no, this is not happening, and Sasha, and maybe makes a fool out of Sasha, and like kind of, mocks her. I don't know, like, and she goes out to contemplate this whole thing, and maybe she's even got a plan to kill Randall herself, and that's when she gets attacked by a walker and she's taken out. Very sad for Sasha, who kills Randall and therefore is killed by another group member. Oh, and who is that? So, who is going to be killing Randall? Which main character? It's another main character death. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Merle is going to be killing Randall. And then, of course, on top of that, which character is going to be the character who takes out Merle? Damn you for making me do this, Merle. Oh, okay. To be quite honest, right, I reject this. Because we've got two main characters here. Heads Andrea, tails Amy. Heads Andrea, tails Amy. Okay, so Amy. Amy puts down Merle, alright? Damn you for making me do this, Merle. This was you, not me. I feel like it has to be one of them. Like, anything that Rick does, I'm going to make it be one of them. Maybe I'll forget about this in the future, but I'm going to try and stick to that. So, we lose Merle. He is killed by Amy, okay? He was never the same since Daryl died. He went crazy, I guess. He's been going crazy this whole season. Maybe he was the one who shot up the barn. Sasha was doing her own thing as well. So we've got two crazy people in the group kind of causing us trouble. We found Dr. Jenner in the barn, and that killed all of our hope of curing the virus. Kenny joined along as well. Gabriel and Eastman have barely done anything. They are the T-Dogs of the group. Karen's just been through loads of shit. I guess she's our Carol. Or maybe Maggie. I mean, Maggie's lost everyone. Maggie's literally yeah, what happened with the CDC explosion with the Maggie? And maybe Maggie was like, fuck it, Beth. You do you. And she just got out of there. Maybe that's what happened. Okay. Oh, also, whilst I'm here, I need to add all the Morales family farm residents. Randall, of course, you were killed by Merle. So, next up, we've got our herd attack. So, let's be rolling that D4. Oh, one death. So, we're going to have one minor character death in the farm attack. That's going to be interesting. Who will that be? Oh, God. I put Gabriel here to give him a chance for a change. But he turned out to do nothing. So Gabriel, whilst fleeing the farm, I guess he gets the Jimmy death. He gets a heroic death, we'll say. He drives the RV to save Andrea and Amy. Right, they jump on the RV, and yeah, he saves the day, we'll say. Anyway, which character gets split up and Saved by Michonne. Jackie. Oh, okay. No, I like that. I like that because Jackie. Consider Jackie's kind of like our Glenn, right? So, that's kind of interesting. So, Michonne and Jackie, all right. They're heading off on their own, and they're going to be going to Woodbury. Anyway, we've got to do our chaos roll next. 55. What's 55? So along the corridor, down the stairs. A main character says good night for good. Okay. Now I'm gonna give Shane. Wait, no, I said I'll give. Okay. So the rule was, I think what Jordan said. So I think I'm still sticking with the rules of his request. Okay. Just Jordan said, and Shane be Andrew's love interest. Okay, and both, yeah. So Shane gets immunity until season 3, and it is season 3 now. And at the start of season 3, I guess they're so worn out from being on the road for so long, Shane decides to give up, and so he takes a gun and he has a good night's sleep with it, we'll say, and he's gone. Now, this is going to be like the main driving force of the season because, of course, Andrea loses Shane, the love of her life, beautiful man he is, the loving head rubbing, not controversial figure whatsoever. Okay, she loses him because he decides it's too much. He's done. He's done fighting, and so he says goodnight. Very sad. Now, Andrea's distraught, but she's determined to keep the rest of her people safe. So, of course, she eventually finds the prison. Now, in taking the prison, her motivation for taking the prison is a bit different here because it's about, in a sense, proving that Shane was wrong to do what he did. And Beth, and what Beth did as well. And maybe that's how, maybe Maggie and Andrea kind of grow really close because of that, because they kind of have a similar story in that way. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. So, who's going to be getting bitten on the leg? Now, this character automatically gets to become a main character as well. I like it. Karen. Okay. So, Karen, bitten on the leg. She's like, let me go. Don't let them do this to me. And she's like, no, Karen, we must chop your leg off. We're also going to allow another character to be main character as well. Now, I'm thinking we've got Jim and a Jimmy. Jimmy has to be Jimmy because he's our love interest, isn't he? It makes no sense that he wouldn't be. And then I think someone from the farm. We'll go with. Should we go with one of the kids? I don't know. I'm kind of bored of the Morales kids. Not to be mean. Yeah, fuck the kids. We're not having a kid. Maybe we should. Maybe we'll have Louis. Because I feel like Eliza gets a lot of spotlight often. So we'll have Eliza as a main character too. Eastman is our T-Dog. He's not doing anything. So, yeah, we'll update them. So who is going to be getting... Oh, we already said that. Who's getting bitten on the leg? It's Karen. Karen getting bitten on the leg. So, Karen, where are you? One-legged. So, Karen has one leg. Now, here we would traditionally add Big Tiny, Axel, and Oscar. But actually, we've got Rick, Laurie, and Carl. Because these guys took refuge in the prison. When the outbreak happened. And then we're going to say it's a different prison to the prison that these guys are from, but these guys are all gone anyway at this point when one's dead and... one's missing a hand, and the others... the other two are going to be moralized. Moralist. They're going to be moralist. Anyway, moving on, we've got... to do Big Tiny's death. So, of course, Tomas and Andrew are still going to be in that group. So, Tomas, Andrew, Rick, and Carl. Do you know what? Just to make things interesting, why not? Why not? I'm gonna add all of them. Who gets Big Tiny's death? Okay, I like this. I think this is good. Andrew. gets Big Tiny's death. So Andrew, I guess, he gets scratched. Tomas, or is it Tomas? Or maybe it's Rick. Maybe Rick is the one who beats Andrew's head in. I kind of like this. Okay, because Rick's made Tomas his like little lapdog. I'm gonna say that. But I think Tomas will still get his death. Because he kind of like, he wants to impress Ricky Dicky Do Dog Rhymes, so he takes a swing at one of our main group. Now, which main character is the character who takes out One-Legged Karen? Now, I don't think it can be One-Legged Karen, to be honest with you, because One-Legged Karen is currently recovering and is on the verge of death. So that's more like it. Amy. I already broke my own rule, didn't I? I said I was going to flip a coin. Well, it's going to be Amy, because Amy's the dark version and Andrea is the reasonable leader. But Amy does the shit that he's doing. So Amy kills Tomas, puts the machete in his head. Shit happens, alright? She puts her down. Okay, so now we've got Laurie's death. Main character death. Who's going to be dying from some sort of medical complication? Okay, well that makes sense. The leg infection's too much, and Karen just kind of dies from it. So sadly, we lose Karen. Andrea is feeling distraught, obviously, in this commotion. And I'm going to say as well, after Amy killed Tomas, Rick attacked Amy and then got locked outside. And they just kind of said to Laurie and Carl, like, listen, you guys... oh shit, I should actually have them here now. He says to Laurie and Carl, listen, you guys just chill, all right? You're a part of the group now. So in this universe, Rick's our Andrew, okay? Rick is our Andrew, and he's the one causing the trouble in the prison. So who is going to be getting the T-Dog death? So of course, Rick is partially responsible for the death of Karen and the death of Morales. Oh no. So Morales, I mean, let's be honest, he's defending his family. To defend his family, he pins the walkers to the wall like T-Dog does, and he's ripped apart, but in the process saves his family. That's a dignified death for Morales. I like it. So after this, of course, someone has to take out Rick Grimes. So who is taking Rick Grimes out? Now, this is actually a minor character because, of course, it's Oscar. So which character is taking out Ricky Dicky Dog Grimes? Now, if it lands on Laurie, which is not, it's Kenny. That's kind of cool. Kenny showing he's a loyal guy. Okay, so Kenny takes out Rick Grimes. Kenny kills Rick Grimes. Wow. Thank you, Kenny. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd ever say. Now, do we have a Judith? I guess we could throw in a Judith, because Laurie's already here, so why the fuck not? Yeah, Judith is spawned too. There we are. Laurie just gives birth to Judith whilst we're doing that. Yes. And I guess she's kind of reluctantly joined the group, even though Kenny murdered her husband. But I don't know, maybe Kenny's going to slide on in there eventually, maybe? Who knows? Where is she? Where's Judith? There you are, Judith. Get in here. So Judith, of course, is been born too. Now, does Julio reform and join the prison? This is always a favourite role amongst the fans. If we get ahead, then yes. Tails, no. No. So Julio is, of course, killed by our Merle stand-in, who is, of course, Axel. So Axel kills Julio. You feel me? What's your name again? You feel me? Julio. You feel that bird over there? You feel that bird over there? And then he shoots him. So, yeah, Axel, of course, is our Merle. So, of course, flashback time. Michonne and Jackie show up at the Woodbury. And, of course, Axel is like, we wouldn't say, hey, blondie. What would he say? Hey, lady, how's about a big hug for your old pal Axel? He's got one hand, of course. We need to make a note of that. Of course, Axel has to be added to here. One-handed he is. He's one-handed. One-handed Axel, of course. has about a big hug for your old pal Axel, takes in Jackie, the governor starts banging Jackie, okay, Michonne's feeling pretty jealous, Michonne leaves, Axel goes to kill Michonne, doesn't do a good job of it, kills Scogiulio, tells governor, by the way, I definitely killed Michonne, and of course then he kidnaps someone. But who does he kidnap? Which main character does Axel discover? Oh, shit. Amy? Okay, Amy. Let's be honest. It's got to be Amy and Jimmy. It's Amy and Jimmy. I'm going with that. I like that. So Amy and Jimmy both get kidnapped. And, of course, Andrea launches the escape mission to try and save her. And who is the character who gets killed during the... oh, no. Oh, no. So during the rescue mission, I guess Carl kind of tagged along because he couldn't stay in the house like he always does, and he tagged along, and then he ends up getting shot and killed very tragically. And maybe the governor uses that to his advantage because he's like to Jackie. I mean, these savages have child soldiers. I mean, what kind of monsters are they? You know, and that could maybe be part of the reason why Jackie stays at first. So we've added our handcuffed person, of course, being Axel, and then we also need to add Milton as well. To our minor characters. So that's been done. And of course then we have the Axel death. So who gets shot in the head during the governor's attack on the prison? Oh no, Miranda. It's brutal. She already lost her husband, and now she's shot in the head. So Miranda shot in the head tragically by the governor. Now, who gets the hitchhiker... who gets the hitchhiker death? We're going to go look for Morgan. But it turns out Morgan has gone. So we're more just getting guns, actually. But heads, yes. Tails, no. So heads, yes. Tails, no. We pick up the hitchhiker. Yes. So we get Russ. He's called Russ, isn't he, I think? The hitchhiker. Russ the hitchhiker joins our group. Andrea, of course, maybe goes. Maybe Amy says no, but Andrea says yes. So they decide to pick him up. And they tell him about the whole war, and he's like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll tag along. It's better than dying. Merle death. Who gets the Merle death? Oh, it's actually going to be a minor character. Okay. So who's getting the Merle death? Who's sacrificing themselves to try and take out the governor? I don't know how I can make the infant doing that work, so I'm going to have to re-roll, unfortunately. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Okay, no, this works. Milton. Okay, I like that. So Milton, his arc for the season, he grows some balls. He's like to Jackie, he says, I'm going to finish it. And he tries to take out the governor, but fails, and the governor kills him. And maybe Jackie's the one who finds Milton and is all sad. Because, of course, she would have befriended him like Andrea did. Does Shumpert reform? So we actually do a dice roll for this. Odd number? No. Even number? Yes. And it says best of 3, but we always love Shumpert. So, yes, he reforms. So that means we add the Shump. I guess Jackie... made some alliances whilst in Woodbury. Some people who were like loyal to her. She did a better job than Andrew, okay, of making her place known. And now Hamburg. Tails, yes. Heads, no. Sadly, no. No Hamburg though. No Hamburg. He's killed by Michonne off screen, like in the show. But that's okay. We could always roll on the Chaos Roll and resurrect him. But for now, Hamburg is dead. R.I.P. And also Milton. Where are you, Milton? You died too, remember. And also Axel, Miranda as well. I need to add Miranda. Bloody hell! I've not been keeping up to date with this, have I? You're dead too, Miranda. You're dead too. I did add Carla, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so now we go to the D4 finale. All right. How many people are dying in the finale of season 3? 3 people. Okay, so we'll have the standard Andrea Milton death. So who's going to be getting that? No. Oh, no. Maggie. And... let's see. No, not the baby! baby, not the baby. That's brutal. Okay. We've done this before. Oh, we've done this before as well. So, in this universe, the governor puts an end to the baby, and he says to Maggie, I guess he's kidnapped both, right? And he says to Maggie, "You're gonna die. No, the baby's gonna die, and then it's gonna turn, and then it's gonna crawl over to you and slowly rip off all your flesh." Blah. And so, of course, Maggie's trying to get out free as quick as possible. She fails in that attempt, and she's bitten by a little baby Judith. Very dark, but there you have it. The last of the Greens, I believe. So the Greens got a real rough deal, I'm gonna say, and so did Laurie as well. I mean, she lost her son. Fucking hell, Laurie. Laurie lost her husband. Was murdered. Her husband. Wait, who even murdered Rick again? Oh yeah, Kenny. Her husband was murdered by Kenny. Carl was murdered by the Woodbury people, and then Judith was murdered by the governor. Poor fucking Laurie. She's got the rawest deal of them all. But that's not all, folks, because we've got one minor death on top of that. So during the Battle of the Prison, one of these characters ain't gonna make it. I hate it. No, Kenny. Okay, so Kenny self-sacrifices himself during the final battle, okay? In the final battle, all right? And Kenny saves the day. He's part of the reason why we're able to fight that random guy. He just wanted to find a boat that we found on the side of the road, okay? What a hero he was. So now we have to add Tyrese and Sasha, but we don't have Tyrese and Sasha, do we? We have we have these guys, the Peltiers. So I guess they showed up at the prison. Maybe Amy was having a crazy moment whilst Andrea was out doing something. So Amy was like, "I can't help you, get out." So they or maybe it is actually Andrea. Maybe they switch. Maybe Amy becomes a little more level-headed and Andrea becomes more crazy after the loss of Shane, of course, and her sort of blind leadership. So Andrea's like, "I can't help you, get out." And so then kicks this family out. And then, of course, they find Woodbury. I guess the governor's cool with Ed beating his wife because maybe Ed's like a decent enough soldier. But in the end, Ed stays back to protect Woodbury, and of course he ends up. They all end up joining the prison. So we can add Carol, Ed, Sophia. All right. So they are now joining our group. They're replacing Tyrese and Sasha, and also Karen. So need to make a note of that. So done. Okay, chaos roll. Chaos roll. Here we go. Where are we? Chaos roll. 46. So along the corridor. Down the stairs. For every death this season, there is one additional death. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, 46, yeah. For every death this season, there is one additional death. That is fucking brutal. Okay, so are you ready for Season 4 to be a bloodbath, everyone? I hope you are, because it's going to be a bloodbath. Oh, God. And that includes, I think, every death, maybe? I don't even know. Every extra death for every death. So we'll add these guys. Of course, we're not adding Zach. Wait, someone needs to replace Zach as well. Who was proposed? I think it was Glenn, right? Was it Glenn? Was I right? Or was it T-Dog? No, it's T-Dog. T-Dog. It was T-Dog, wasn't it? Just need to check. Zach equals T-Dog, yeah. So we got T-Dog, and of course we're not having Karen, because Karen is, well, she's dead. Anyway, Zach's death, first of all. Are you ready for this, guys? The thing at the big spot? So we lose Julio. I mean, he's only just showed up anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we lose Julio, R.I.P. But on top of that, we're losing someone else. So let's go. Who else are we losing? Oh, no. Jim! He's been around this whole time. Okay. Now, listen. I didn't even realize Jim was alive. He's just done fuck all, okay? So we lose Jim, and we lose Julio. Where are you, Julio? Where's Julio? There he is. Okay. So. We need to add T-Dog. Why's Jackie a bit? Oh, yeah, because Jackie. Those guys left. Bob joined. Lizzie joined. Okay. And we just lost Julio. And then on top of that, okay, so now we need to do Clara. Does Clara chill the F out? The damn out. Heads, she does. Tails, she doesn't. Now, I really hope she does do. She does chill out, yes. Yes, she chill. Now, this is good, because we've avoided a death. We want as many people. Now, I don't think I'll apply it for mine. I don't know. I don't think I'll apply this rule for, like, villain characters. I don't think that's fair, because that's going to be a fucking absolute bloodbath otherwise. Karen's death, though, so which two people, not just one, I know obviously David is one of them, but we don't have David on the wheel. So that means we're going to have Karen, David, and two other people who get sick from the flu. Oh my god. Patricia, so Patricia is killed. She gets sick from the flu. And they put down. What did I have? Oh, I know I did have trumpet. Oh no! And Ed. So both Patricia and Ed get sick from the flu, and they're both put down by this major character. Oh shit! Andrea. Oh, okay. So maybe they've reversed. Like Amy had the dark path, and she's kind of leveled out, whereas Andrea's gone straight down the bad path here, and so Amy decides to exile Andrea. Oh, that's peak. That's peak. So Andrea gets kicked the fuck out of the prison. All right. So she's not even going to be there for the final battle. Anyway, roll a dice for Martinez. What? 6. Leaves the governor again and disappears into the mist. Do you know what? I think I'm going to make this. I'm just going to make it defects. I don't care. I'm going to say he defects, okay? Fuck it. Martinez realizes the governor's on a mad one, and he's like, guys, quickly. I want to help you. So Martinez joins. I just changed the rules because I can do that whenever I like. Anyway, we've got Herschel's death. So which main character is getting Herscheled? Beheaded. I mean, it works. Poor Axel, one-handed Axel, is getting beheaded. But on top of that, there's another main character. That's right, everyone. Wait, Karen's death? No. Andrea kills. Wait, who was it? Ah, fuck. I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, Patricia and Ed. Patricia and Ed. Need to add that. Axel gets beheaded by the governor. And then a minor character is also getting beheaded by the governor on top of that. JK, it's actually a major character who's getting beheaded by the governor. Oh no, it's a Michonne. I like how we got bounced around there. So we lose Michonne on top of that. Brutal. So the governor, he decides to not only maybe he like swings the sword, hits Michonne, she goes down, and then he goes back. So he calls Amy a lie. He's like, liar, and he hits Axel first with the sword. He goes down, and then he swings the sword back at his Michonne. So instead of just killing one of his hostages, he does them both in a failed swoop. Okay, and Amy's just not quick on that draw like Rick was. So both Axel and Michonne are both taken out by good old Philip. All right, fucking hell. Of course, we've got to do an extra death for every death has an extra death. So we will add Lily and Tara as well. Tira, Lily. So we'll add them to the minor one. And then we've got the Julio death. 2 Julio deaths actually, because of course. So who gets shot during the escape? Oh no. So we lose Martinez, sadly. I mean, he helped to warn us about the governor's attack. So I mean, in a way, he dies a hero. And we also... Oh, no. Laurie, no! And Laurie dies too, okay? I guess... maybe she just goes on a mad one. She's like, you killed my son! You killed... No, I actually kind of like that. You killed my fucking baby! And she tries her best. She, like, wipes out half of the governor's army in the process. She goes fucking crazy, like, batshit crazy. She takes out most of his army. She fucking like, she doesn't go... And maybe the governor takes her out, right? I mean, maybe the governor's, like, almost killed by angry Laurie, but he gets the jump on her somewhat. But who is the person to finally take out the governor? And I know I said it would be, but it's Michonne technically. And it being Jackie obviously makes sense because her and the governor were shacking up. So this is, and of course, the governor ended up killing Michonne, Jackie's best friend. So this is bitter, sweet revenge, and we love to see it. I think that's perfect. Now, who gets the Lily death? Who gets the off-screen Lily death? Of course, in our rewrite, will be on-screen. So this person is so overwhelmed with the battle and the events that have transpired, they just allow the walkers to take them. Oh, it's Tara. That makes sense. I guess she lost Alicia, her girlfriend. She lost her niece. She allowed herself to get eaten, and maybe that woke up Lily, and Lily was like, fuck, I need to go. So, yeah. So, Tara, unfortunately, is gone, but we've got Lily, so that's okay. Anyway, who is the character who gets kidnapped? So which character gets kidnapped? Well, this character gets to become a major character, and we need to quickly decide who's in our major characters. Carol, okay, I mean she does actually get kidnapped by the hospital anyway, so that kind of works. So Carol is going to be a main character now, and I also feel like we need to sort this out. So Eastman, he's a season 1 character. We're in season 4. Eastman, you've been upgraded, my friend. Now, T-Dog is a season 3 character? 4 character? Because he's on Zach, isn't he? Russ the Hitchhiker. No, I don't think so. I'm sorry, Russ. I feel like maybe Sophia. Why not? We'll do Sophia. So we've got one child character. Yeah, why not? Okay. So, of course, Carol was kidnapped. So we need to make sure she's got a little K for kidnapped. Anyway, so we'll add the cure team, the cure lads to our tier. They've been added. Now we've got Mika's death. Okay, let's go. Mika. So who gets the Mika death? Who is stabbed repeatedly by Lizzie? Mika. Okay, I like to see it. Wait! I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. So Mika gets stabbed by Lizzie, but before that, who also died at the Battle of the Prison, along with Tara? Well, that just makes no sense. Well, but we'll say it's Bob, okay? So going back in time. It turns out Bob also didn't make it. It was closer to Bob, so whatever, we'll make it work. So Bob also died alongside Tara. Okay, he got overwhelmed. He was on the booze. He was on the drink. I think we've had this before, but so be it. Yeah, Bob, sorry, boss, you didn't make it. You and Tara both got killed together. Now Mika, of course, was stabbed by his sister, but we got to have an extra death on top. That's annoying. We're gonna have an extra death on top of that, of course. So who else was stabbed by Lizzie? Oh my god, no! Not the Shump! Lizzie took out Shumper as well. Fuck. Wow. How evil of her. I mean, Mika's one thing, but killing Shump. Now, Lizzie, I'm going to count as a villain, so we won't do 2 deaths for this. Who is the person who takes out Lizzie? Oh, fuck! Eastman taking out Lizzie? That's brutal. And if he's still the same character, like the All Life is Precious dude. Well, I guess the Dale debate probably would have been Eastman as well. He probably would have led that back in season 2. Like, All life is precious, you know. But Eastman being forced to take out Lizzie, like that is actually beautiful. That's fucking perfect. The all life is precious guy having no other choice but to kill like a child. His first kill since Crichton Dallas Wilton being a fucking child. Oh my god. Oh, that's too perfect, guys. That's too perfect. Now, who kills Joe? Heads, Andrea, tails, Amy. Amy. Okay, so she's back in the murderous mode now. She says to her sister, listen, I understand what you had to do. I was wrong. Peace is not always needed. Eastman was wrong. Maybe, yeah. So Amy started the season, like season 1 being like, season 1 and 2 being pretty dark. And then they, after the death of Shane, they kind of switched places. And now they're kind of both in the dark mode, okay? They're both going crazy. And killing whoever they like. So that is, honestly, I can't lie, guys. I think that was fucking amazing. That was a good season. I mean, we lost a lot of people. Sure, we lost the Shump. We lost Joe. We've got some new members though. We got the Cure team guys. Okay, so next up we've got Chaos Roll again because we're on to season 5, and I might be taking a wee break after this. And I think at this point I don't do these videos in one go. It became a bit too much and a bit too drained. I need like a break for like 10 minutes where I just get a little bit of nicotine, get a nicotine fix. A little bit of a drink, maybe a little snack as well to keep me going. So 6 and 4, 64. So along the corridor up to... Oh no. Why? All minor characters die. I'm gonna have to save one. We'll save one. We'll upgrade one to be a main character. We'll save one, okay? You gotta let me save one. I don't care. Rosita gets saved. Now, some people complain about the Chaos Roll killing too many characters and kind of ruining the story. And listen, I know, I understand. However, it makes it fun. I like it. So Abraham, T-Dog, Clara, Eliza, Eugene, Lizzie, and Ross all die. Oh no. I don't know if this is even going to work going forward. Who suggested this awful idea? You better be ashamed of yourself, whoever you are. So, we lose Abraham. T-Dog. These are all just like... Terminus just decided to have a big barbecue to celebrate their huge haul of people. Clara is killed. Eliza, they killed a child too. Eugene... Cure. Sorry, what was that? A Cure. Lily. Oh, cool character arc for you after losing everything. No, thank you. And then they kill all of our dreams by killing the hitchhiker on top of that. So they all get fucking slaughtered by Terminus. Terminus decided to have a barbecue. Wow. Who saves them from Terminus? Who the fuck can save them from Terminus? There is no saving. They're all been killed. But anyway, who saves them from Terminus regardless? Andrea! That makes sense. So, Andrea is the one to save them from Terminus. She's no longer kicked out. Now, that's pretty badass, though. Andrea blowing up, saving Amy. They're both now going down the dark path. Now, of course, we had Gabriel. Now, I'm not... Who, in this universe, is Glenn. I'm not going to add Glenn to the minor character wheel. Because I feel like at this point... I'm going to put in a little M to signify as a minor, but I just feel like we need to have a few more. When we get to Alexandria, it'll be okay. But now we got the Bob's death. Now Bob's death, of course, technically is a non-main build cast character, so we're gonna have to do a major character. closer to Rosita, so we're gonna go with Rosita. Fucking hell. So Rosita is bitten on the leg, bitten on the shoulder during a supply run, and then she's this is a disaster. She's placed. She's placed. She's kidnapped by the fucking hunters, is what I'm trying to say, and they eat her. Bro, what's going on, guys? And who kills Gareth? Which of these characters? About less than 10 characters. Wait, how many have we got? 9 characters? Actually, wait. We said it should be Amy. Hang on. Heads. Well, listen. Tails. Yeah, fuck it. That's Amy. It's Jimmy, so I'm gonna count that as Amy because it's Jimmy's man. It's Amy's man. Amy is the one who kills Gareth. Okay, we'll say that. Now we also get to add Noah again. I'm gonna put Noah with a little M next to his name to signify he's a minor character. Done. And then we got the Beth. So of course Carol was the one who was kidnapped from the hospital. But who's gonna stab Dawn and then of course be shot accidentally by Dawn? Now, because of these dire circumstances, Amy is shot in the head. However, earless. She loses one ear. One of her ear gets blown off instead. Because of these dire circumstances, I'm changing Beth's death, okay? So, Amy, don't die, but gets an ear shot off. That's what we're doing. We're changing. I don't care, because this is too much. Who kills Dawn in response to that? Okay, well, it's closer to Glenn. Glenn, okay? Glenn proves his loyalty to the group. He says, listen, guys, I'll show you I'm loyal. I'll kill this random fucking cop. And so Glenn takes out Dawn for our group. So there we are. We lose Dawn on top. So now, oh, and Gareth, you're dead too. Go away. So our group now. Oh wait, no, fuck. We've got Tyrese's death. Oh, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. We've got Tyrese's death. Who gets Tyrese's death? I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Okay, listen. I just can't accept this, okay? We're not having this many deaths. We're not being down to 10 characters. No, not even. Yeah, 10 characters. That's ridiculous. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, Jackie, one arm. Successfully, Jackie gets amputated. I can't accept this. If it landed on maybe Glenn, because he's only been here for 5 minutes, I might have accepted it, or Noah. But I'm not doing that. Jackie's too cool of a character to take out like that. Anyway, now we can start, you know, chilling a little bit with some of those damn deaths. Now, what was Dale replacing again? I forgot who Dale was replacing. Who did he replace? Oh, Eastman, yeah, of course. Right, so I guess Dale just dies off screen. Yeah, I mean technically Dale just dies off screen because Morgan and Dwayne went to just went to join the Saviors. So yeah, Dale died off screen. Sorry to be underwhelming, guys. Anyway, listen. So we've got Glenn and Noah. So Glenn and Noah need to be added to here. These are added. Right, so we've got Aiden's death. Who gets the Aiden death? So who shoots the grenade, blows himself up. Oh no, it's Aaron. Aaron! So already Aaron has blown himself up with a shooting a grenade. And Aaron is dead. Wow. R.I.P. Aaron. And then who gets the Noah death? So who is pulled into the revolving doors? Spencer. Okay, we're just flipping it. And who witnesses Spencer being torn apart. Oh, Eastman. We're torturing Eastman, guys. We're torturing Eastman. So he went in there with the intention of saving everyone. And they all died like flies. And then who gets the reg death? So who is slashed with the katana by Pete? Oh, no. No. Glenn is slashed by the katana by Pete. We lose Glenn already. He's only been here for a season. And then who kills Pete? So heads, Amy, tails, Andrea. Heads, Amy, I said. So Amy, I like that. Okay, so Amy going full crazy mode. Andrea and Amy kind of in. I guess she killed Gareth. I don't know. Is Andrea chilling out at this point? Who knows? Or maybe it was Andrea. I don't know. Anyway, so that's another season ended. That was a mad season. The amount of fucking deaths we had. Chaos roll. 56. Woo, what's it going to be? 50. Still on the corridor, down the stairs. A minor character. Wait, no. Guys, I swear to God, we get this every damn run. Hamburg rises from the grave. Yes. Where are you, Hammy boy? Turns out, I guess they just discover he's there. Hamburg survived the battle of the prison. Michonne didn't quite kill him, okay? He managed to escape, and eventually he made his way to Alexandria. And now, it turns out he's a member of Alexandria. And he's like, hey guys, what are you guys doing here? They're like, well, Ham, you were with the governor. And he's like, no, I mean, I was, but not anymore. Hamburg. Resurrected. If you don't know who Hamburg is, it's a meme on my channel, okay? He's a minor character. Very minor character. NA, this is non-applicable. Do you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, okay? What we'll do this, okay? We'll roll for Eastman. He's dead. Okay, no. I rolled for him. He's dead, though. Dale's dead. I did do a roll. I gave him a chance. Anyway, add these guys. So, these guys join our group too. So, we've, of course, got Scott, Denise, and Heath. So, we've got them added now. Oh, fuck. And then we've got the Nicholas death. Nicholas, look at me. So, who shoots themselves in the head? And who gets the dumpster death as well? Scott. So, Scott panics. Oh, Sophia. Scott, look at me. Scott panics. Shoots himself in the head. We get a fake out death for Sophia. But turns out she's okay, actually. And Scott, she was just under Scott's body the whole time. Very random, but there you have it. Scott literally just appeared, but now he's gone. Who gets the Deanna death? So who gets bitten? Well, shit. And then they slowly begin to die, and then they have a heroic moment where they bang up the walkers. No! We just got him back, god damn it. Hamburg, sadly, after reuniting with all of his friends, doesn't last for long. Sam Anderson's death, and of course we're gonna try and make it make sense. And I don't really roll for this. I just kind of let's see who it lands on, and we'll try and make it make sense. Okay. Feeling like some sort of Alexandria broship. That's what I'm gonna just try and see. Let me see who else it lands on, and I'll decide. Deanna, Heath, and who else? If we can make it work, we'll make it work. Reg is perfect. Okay, no, we'll make this work. So what happens is, Amy and Andrea kind of have been taking over the community, so softly, and I think the Sam death will go to Reg. Reg panics, okay, and then Deanna screams, because of course Reg panics, makes too much noise. He gets eaten. Deanna screams out of like pure sorrow, and Heath is the one to be like you, and then he goes to shoot someone and hits the following person in the eye. I feel that works. So we lose Deanna, we lose Reg, and we lose Heath. And we still have Aiden, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. We did lose Hamburg though, sadly. Andrea. Oh fuck. Okay, so Andrea, one eye. So one-eared Amy takes one-eyed Andrea to the carrying her sister. Then Amy's the one who goes ham. I feel like Amy's becoming more of a main character than Andrea here, but Amy's the one who goes ham on the walkers, along with, God, I don't even know. I guess Jimmy. Yeah, along with Jimmy. Jimmy's like, she's out there. So Andrea loses her eye. I feel like Andrea needs a love interest. We should do that. Does Owen reform? Heads yes. Tails no. Tails no. Damn. Who kills Owen? Has to be a main character, so we'll decide. If it lands on Eastman. Oh my god, this is brutal. Eastman rejecting his ideology completely. He's like, some life just isn't precious. And he kills Owen. Bro, Eastman, what are you doing? Anyway, Jesus and Dr. Carson have to be added to the wheel. Ooh, very fun. And then we've got the Denise death. So who is shot in the head by D. Eisenhower? You bastard, Dwight, not Barbara. Not our Queen Barbara. So Barbara, unfortunately, gets shot. It's just brutal, man. Shot in the back of the head. Whilst on a little supplier on. She wasn't hurting anyone. And she gets shot in the back of the head. How could you? Whilst we're here as well. Just going to add these boys and gals to the thing. Oh wait, Pete, you're dead. Sorry, guy. Sorry, my dude. You didn't make it. Yeah, we need to find a love interest for Andrea. I think we'll do this now. Who will be Andrea's love interest? Now, she's got some fine options here. But I think what we'll do is we'll just... I guess she gets with a main character, right? So maybe we'll see who it lands on. If it lands on a sister, that's fucking weird. So we're not doing that. Oh, no, I don't... Oh, no. Both Louis and Jimmy. Both of those kind of yikesy. Sophia... Well, it can't be Sophia. It can't be Louis. It can't be Jimmy. Could be Carol. Could be Eastman. Could be Jackie. Could be Jackie. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Jackie and Andrea kiss. Alright, they kiss. Maybe Sophia finds them. Or it could be Carol, actually. Nah, we'll do that. Jimmy finds them. Andrea? Oh my god, what's going on? Which two characters go to the kingdom? Okay. So hear me out. Sophia's going to go to the kingdom. And she's going to go with Enid. I like this. Why? I think it's kind of cute to have, like, instead of like Carl and Enid, we have Enid and Sophia. Why not? So they're going to go to the kingdom. I've decided. I've just made that decision. Enid and Sophia. Abraham's death. So who gets the Neganified? Who gets killed by Negan? Now, I feel like we need to have one Alexandrian added to the wheel. Now, who's our most prominent Alexandria? Let's be honest, it's Eric at this point. So, Eric, you are also added to the wheel. I've removed Sophia. So, let's go. Who gets Abraham's death? It's too perfect. It's too perfect. It's actually too perfect. Eastman. The all life is precious guy. He decided no longer that life was precious. Comes fucking full circle, calm as a bitch. Your big bald head gets bashed in by big boy Negan. And do you know what? Eastman is like one of the best characters in my opinion. But that is a full arc for him. He starts off as the all life is precious guy, and then he slips up in that fucking belief and he starts killing people. And then at the end, maybe he decides, maybe he's like, this was what I deserved. I don't know. I like that. And then on top of that, who is going to be getting the Glenn death? Oh no. Oh no, we need some more new main characters. There's not many options here, guys. No, Louis. Not Louis. Now, you might be thinking, Negan doesn't kill kids, Magnus. He was going to kill Carl, and Louis would be roughly around Carl's age by this period. So, I think that's fine. I think Negan would do that. Especially if Louis is like a little badass, and let's say he has been this whole time because he lost his parents. But killing Louis on top, that's brutal. That's brutal. So, little Louis also killed by Negan. So, we lose Aceman and Louis from the farm. Is there anyone left from the farm? Wait, Otis, you're not alive. What the fuck have you been doing here this whole time, man? You died ages ago. Is there anyone left from the farm? I don't think so. I think we lost everyone from the farm. Oh well. It is what it is. Anyway, speaking of losing people, let's do a chaos roll. Never know, we might actually not lose people. 61. On the corridor and down the stairs. A couple break up. Okay. So, which couple are going to be breaking up? Who we got? Who have we got? Karen, you're dead as well. I really fucked up. Karen, you died ages ago. When did she die? She died from the infection, didn't she? Yeah, she was over here. Who we got? Who we got? Couple break up. Which couple could break up? I mean, we only have two couples. Andrew and Jackie, Amy and Jimmy, okay? Carol's not got no one. Glenn? Maybe Amy breaks up with Jimmy and gets with Glenn. Why not? Why not? We'll go with that. Yeah. That's what's happening, guys. She decides yeah. So, Amy breaks up with Jimmy and gets with Glenn. Maybe Jimmy's starting to feel like she's got a bit too far gone. But anyway, who gets kidnapped? Who gets kidnapped? I think we'll add Glenn to the main character list as well. It's a minor character who gets kidnapped. Okay. So... Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Because Glenn's already dead. Glenn died, didn't he? Sorry. Yeah, he had the reg death. My fucking fault for not updating the list. Confused myself. I just remembered. Glenn got the reg death at the end of season 5. And we ignore that. Amy breaks up with Jimmy and gets with... Who else we got? What are the other options? Noah, is he dead? I don't think he's dead. Yeah, fuck it, Noah. So Amy gets with Noah, sorry, not Jimmy, not Glenn. She gets with Noah. So Glenn, it has to be Noah on this list. I just bloody remembered. Anyway, ignore me. Who gets kidnapped and tortured? Denise. I guess they'd be wanting her for medical schools anyway, right? So Denise gets kidnapped and tortured by the Saviors. Very random. But works, I guess. And then which two people head to the hilltop? So what we got? Which two people head to the hilltop? Oh my god. A minor character and Tobin. 2 minor characters apparently. I guess these guys are going to become major characters. So Tobin, new main character, guys. Oh, and Nicholas. Very random. Right. So Tobin and Nicholas are 2 main characters. They go to the hilltop. So very random. I guess they decide they're like, Andrea and Amy, they've taught us the way of how to lead. So we're going to go there. And who goes to Oceanside? On top of that, which of these characters goes to Oceanside? Eric? Yeah, nope, I like that. We sent the lesbian in the original, we sent the gay in the new. So Eric goes to Oceanside. Kind of funny, a gay guy going to a group full of all women. And then main character, and then who does he go with? Because this minor character is unfortunately going to die. So which character does he go to the all-female Oceanside with? Dr. Carson. Maybe they were looking for meds. And Dr. Carson sadly bites it during the mission. Which actually kind of makes sense now, because Denise is obviously... Because Eric probably comes back like, Dr. Carson died, but it's okay, because we got Denise, right? And they're like, yeah, no, we don't. Oh, shit. Someone asked me to add Gracie as well, actually, which we'll do. We will do. We'll add Gracie. I forgot to do it, but I'll do it now before I forget, you see. Because I'm good like that. Boop. Anyway, Spencer's death. So who does Negan say is a snaky snake? Wait, oh no, Tobin, I can't delete you. Thank you for helping me delete Tobin from the thing, because he's a main character now, don't you know? Who does Negan decide to stab? Aiden. Well, you know what? It's another Monroe, so that works. So Aiden is stabbed and killed by Negan because he's got no guts. And then who gets the Olivia death? Who's shot and killed when he goes, alright, kill somebody? Oh no. Guess Jesus was chilling in Alexandria and a rat knew it, and she's like, he's from Hilltop, that's why I killed him. And Negan's like, wow, well done, a rat, for you keeping your eye on the ball. So you guys have been communicating with the Hilltop, have you? Tut tut tut. So there you are. Anyway, heads, does Dr. Denise kill Fat Joey? Oh no, she does. Denise kills Fat Joey. Oh my god. So Dr. Denise Cloyd, no one expected it, okay? But yeah, she takes out Fat Joseph. Anyway, Dr. Carson, you've died, haven't you, sadly? And then of course we also lost Jesus, he was also killed. And then on top of that, Fat Joey's now dead, so Fat Joey as well. Okay. Who's going to be kidnapped for making bullets or whatever? Nicholas? Okay, I can kind of see that. So Nicholas, he was making bullets. Now he did head to the hilltop, right? But that's okay. Maybe because maybe they investigated the hilltop or something. They were like, hang on a minute, where'd you get these bullets from? And they were like, the hilltop. Some dude. So Nicholas gets kidnapped, and he's our Eugene. He's our guy who betrays our group, and then eventually doesn't betray our group anymore. So this one's done. We've done an exclusive kingdom roll. So roll for Benjamin's death. Who got him killed? Which is Richard's death, and who kills this Richard standing? So Shiva is shot and killed by Jared. He shoots the majestic, endangered species in front of Ezekiel. And who was it who planned, who orchestrated this, the missing cantaloupe? Oh no, Nabila. Nabila is the one who did it. And then who kills Nabila? So Shiva killed by Jared. Oh no. Nabila set it up And young Henry kills Nabila. That is, I think, probably my favorite rewrite of this season, because we get rid of the stupid fucking target pretty much straight away. And yes, the sacrifice of Nabila, but so be it. So be it indeed. So Nabila taken out by young Henry after she sets up the death of a rare endangered species. So maybe she deserved it. Anyway, add the Kingdomers to the main wheel. That one's done. And then add the Oceansiders, which is Cindy, Beatrice, and Rachel. Done. And then we're coming off. Oh, no, that was the wrong thing. Done. And then we're going to Sasha's death. So back to main character. Whilst that's going, we can just quickly update this wheel. Add the Kingdomers all up here. And the Oceanside Gals. No. Amy and Andrea both have immunity, so they can't get the Sasha death. But Tobin can. Oh no. Tobin takes his life in the coffin. And do you know what? Tobin was a fucking menacing walker. Like, he was an insane walker. He was like stealth and shit. So that was actually pretty brutal. Holy goddamn, Negan gets attacked by Walker Tobin, saving himself. And he actually one of the people who went to Hilltop as well, so that makes sense. So yeah, Walker Tobin, he attacks Negan. Very cool, very cool. What a cool character. Anyway, Chaos Roll time, guys. Because we're into the 8th season. Whoops, daisy. 16. So we're going to have to go down a little bit. Gets easier as we get later on in the game. So along the corridor, 1. 6 is the bottom. Oh, no. A structure collapses and someone loses an arm. That's okay. We'll make it a main character. Why not? So which main character is going to lose an arm? Sorry, it's actually going to be a minor character. Which minor character loses an arm? Just at the start of the Savior War, there's a structural collapse, just so someone loses an arm very randomly. Richard, why does anyone care about that? Random scene, I guess the writers decided to have in there. Richard loses an arm. But you know what? That's actually a light thing on the Chaos Roll. That's not too bad, is it? One-armed. Rightio, we'll add Dwight and Jadis. I don't think I've seen this many minor characters on this wheel for a long time, which is nice to see for a change. So, the butchering of Terminus was pretty brutal, okay? But it's okay. So which 4 characters are left? So 2 of the 4 characters are remaining. Now, the 4 characters in question are these 2. And then how many of Morgan and Dwayne are there going to be? 2 as well. Okay, so they're all there. So all 4 of them, they're like, hi Andrea, hi Amy. It's Morgan. Oh yeah. So we said that Amy was the one who was shot, right? She was in the coma. That's what we decided in the end. Well, I decided. You didn't decide shit. But I decided that. So Denise here? She just got kidnapped. Don't know why I put it there. So I think maybe they show up for Amy and these guys show up for Andrea. I kind of like that. So these 2 show up for Andrea. These 2 show up for Amy. Being confronted by their past kind of thing. So we'll do a roll. How many of them die? Okay. This is for Morgan and Dwayne. So 3. Whoever lands or gets killed, the others are held. So if it's one, the others die off screen, and the remaining is killed by block. If it's not, then roll 4 dice again. Whoever it lands on gets killed. So we said it by age, right? So I'll say 1 and 2 is okay. So 1 and 2 is probably going to be the younger. So I'll say Morgan. Listen, what we'll do: heads Morgan, tails Dwayne. Heads Morgan, tails Dwayne. Dwayne. Okay, so heads Morgan is dead. No. It's Morgan. Tails Dwayne. Tails Dwayne is dead. So in the commotion, Dwayne is killed, and then if it lands on a 102, 2, and then we'll say Oscar's killed. Okay, so very confusing there. Dwayne is killed. Dwayne is killed. Oscar is killed, but Morgan and Big Tiny are taken captive. So the Morgan and Dwayne confront Amy, and I don't know. Someone takes out Dwayne. And I think with this one, I think Andrea talks down big time because I wanted to have like a parallel. So Amy uses violence. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, Amy uses violence. Carol comes along and kills Dwayne. Does what she does best, killing children. And they take Morgan, and Morgan's broken, like, Amy, why could you do this to me? Yeah, takes him up. Whereas Andrea, I think, talks Big Tiny. Okay, so Big Tiny's like a really nice guy. Well, he seems like a really nice guy. And Oscar in this universe has gone a bit mad. And Big Tiny's convinced to betray his friend Oscar. Because Amy tells the story of Axel. We found Axel, by the way, and he did he had one hand, and he betrayed us at first. He kidnapped Amy and Jimmy, and he tortured them and did some bad things to them. But in the end, we gave him a second chance, and he saved us. And he died, and etc. But he died saving us. She gives that big speech about Axel, right? And that convinces Big Tiny, but not Oscar. But Big Tiny takes out Oscar. Okay, so it's a different scenario for each. So Big Tiny like kind of officially joins the group. Like he's joined. He's been convinced. You can say he's been manipulated or whatever. So be it. Morgan though is kind of like he's a captive. He's gone crazy. So we have like this parallel with what the two sisters have done, of kind of approaching the war. Andrea's gone back to her reasonableness, whereas Amy is still in that dark mode. Now I realise their arcs basically switch every season, but I'm writing this on the spot, so sue me. Eric death. So who is shot? Slowly bleeding out. Very sad. Very emotional. Oh no. Thank you for reminding me that Sophia and Enid should be upgraded. Thank you. Because they actually are main characters. So Sophia and Enid are main characters, of course. So we've updated them. But who's getting Eric's death? I've got to ask. Ooh. No, I kind of like this. Because imagine Enid and Sophia and Ron go to the battle. And Ron's kind of like the friend-zoned guy. You got friend-zoned by both Sophia and Enid. And, Sophia and Enid are together. And, Ron's like that kind of was bitter at first, but then became like a really good friend after. You know, that kind of typical teenage angsty drama sort of fucking character arc. And then he gets shot in the battle because he wanted to help. And then both the girls like leave him there, and then they're both devastated when they find out that he's dead. I think that's pretty nice. Now, poor Jesse's gonna be very sad about that, but oh well. Anyway, Shiva's death. So, which of these characters decides to bravely save their owner? Cindy. Okay. Well, I guess Cindy joins the battle early with the Oceanside gals, and maybe they die in like a fighting, like defending the communities or whatever it may be. But many of the Oceanside people die as a result, and then that of course makes Oceanside retreat once more. Something along those lines happens. Okay, so Oceanside comes led by Cindy. They get slaughtered along with Cindy, and then of course a group member then goes back to try and recruit the Oceanside people, and this person ends up shooting Grandma in the process. Jerry shoots Grandma. Wow, Jerry. He accidentally shoots Grandma, and the Oceanside are basically completely they're out of the battle for the rest of the time. They say, nope, no more battle, we've lost too much. You've killed Cindy, you've killed Natanya now, there's no way we're going to the battle. So we don't get the cool epic girl boss moment at the end of season 8 where all the single ladies throw the Molotov cocktails. That is not happening. They're just gonna kind of be a part of the coalition in season 9 after kind of just accepting that things are a bit different now. Add Sadiq. So Sadiq will be added here. I was going to go for a break, but I never ended up doing that. I just got too invested. Anyway, so we're going to have our Carl death. So who is bitten and gives, I guess, in this... Oh, no. Carol. Carol, okay. So Carol, who, of course, has been in the series since season 3, right? Yeah, because she was our Tyree's replacement. So Carol is bitten, and she gives a speech to... I guess Amy's the one who's gone down the dark path, right? Why is she still missing? Yeah, Amy's the one who... Yeah, I guess Carol gives the speech to more Amy, but maybe both of them. Gives it to both women. But, yeah, not listening to it. Does Gavin... I love how Jimmy is still alive. He survives every fucking wheel, I swear. Does Gavin reform? Heads yes, tails no. Yes! Woo! So Gavin reforms. He decides to join our group of members. Maybe it's for self-preservation. Maybe it's just because... he actually does hate Negan's guts as much as the next guy, and he was just trying to get by, whatever it may be, but he's now joined the group. So, very cool. We've got our Gavin boy. We also have to add Alden. We'll add him to our minor characters, of course. Alden. We don't have Aiden anymore, so we won't confuse them. That's good. Done. Harlan Carson's death. So, which character dies... saving, I guess, Denise. Oh no, Jesse. So maybe after hearing the death of her son, she's like, I need to do something. Okay. Maybe Sam's got something wrong with him. He's like, we need the doctor back. And then so Jesse goes to save the doctor. It's too late, and she's sadly killed. Shot, and but maybe Denise gets away regardless. Who knows? Tobin's death. So who gets the Tobin death? Because Nicholas is there as well. So yeah. Oh no, Denise got away because she killed Fat Joey. Oh, I forgot. Oh well, whatever. I don't know. Jesse was trying to save some other fucking doctor. So Richard, one-armed Richard gets stabbed, and then he goes around and his walker causes havoc in the hilltop after the Savior's attack. So who then kills Jared, who holds his hair like Morgan did and lets him get Enided. I think my misspeak there kind of was foreshadowing. Enid is the one to hold his... Yeah, revenge for Ron. This is for Ron and Jesse, you bastard. Holds him there. And also killing that majestic fucking tiger, which works because Enid was obviously witnessed that. So, yeah, she's the one to kill Jared. I like that. Anyway, does Laura stay evil? Heads yes. Uh-oh. Laura is evil. Does DJ stay evil? No. Ooh. No evil DJ. Good DJ. I'll just put DJ is good. Does Frankie be a big Negan stan and say start fighting to defend her husband? Tails, no. So Frankie is good. And then does Dwight find Sherry dead or alive? Heads, alive. Tails, dead. Okay, so Sherry is dead. So the brutal end to Dwight's story is he finds that Sherry has unfortunately died. So just to end that on a tragedy. But I mean, all the other saviors, they're all good now, which is cool. I need to find Sherry. There we are. So gone is Sherry. Also gone is Jared. Where's Jared? Huh? I added him here. Oopsie. Who else is dead? Jesse died. Did I add Jesse? No, I didn't. I need to add her as well. Carol. So Carol and Jesse and Richard. Jesse. Yeah. And Richard. There he's there. Okay. Sorry for that little intervention there. Had to fix that thing. Anyway. And these guys. So we're not adding Sherry, but we're adding the rest. So we'll obviously add them. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Add them. Get rid of Sherry. And I think also get rid of Negan. Oh, shit. Because Negan, of course, is going to be added. Oh, okay. Negan is going to be added to the main wheel because I feel like he should. So because he's a main character anyway. Done. So I think we'll end season 8, and I might have a break just so I'm not completely burnt out. Who kills Simon? Boom. Or maybe I'll just keep going full force so I can just upload the main VOD. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be Andrea. So Andrea's going to go in there and she's going to take out Simon. I like that. I like that a lot. And then we got an extra finale death to account for Dwight and Sherry's exits. So, which minor characters are going to die during the final battle? But Andrea killing Simon. I guess Andrea killing Simon, she probably infiltrated the base. Maybe she was trying to find a peaceful way. But maybe this is like, I don't know. Maybe Andrea's like, we need to take out the right people. We can't just take out everyone. And Amy's, instead taking out everyone. There's 2 instances of Laura. Okay. Did I accidentally put it twice or something? Shit. I think I might have added people twice. Did I have Frankie twice? Or maybe it was just Laura I did it with. Oh no, there's 2 Frank. I see a second Frankie as well. There's 2 DJs as well. How did I do that? Very weird. Alden. I'll just sort it alphabetically real quick. Alden, Beatrice, Benjamin, Big Tiny, Denise, Dan, DJ, Dwight, Frankie, Gavin, Henry, Jadis, Jerry, Morgan, Negan, Olivia, Rachel, Sam, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, Sadiq, and Zeke. There we are. You shuffle now. Okay, so we figured it out. So that was Laura, though. Laura was one of the extra deaths. So although she decided to be good, she was killed by her fellow saviors. And then on top of that, who is the extra final death? Oh wait, 2 minors. Sorry, 2 minors and 1 major, of course, because we're doing the exit for Dwight and Sherry and the exit for Morgan. So Jerry as well. Jerry was kind of crazy as well. Didn't Jerry kill someone before? Oh yeah, he shot Grandma. I guess, I don't know. Cherry, he's like, I lost us. He's like, dude, to Ezekiel, I lost us the Oceanside girls. It's my fault. So I'm going to make this sacrifice, across the field. And all the saviors point their guns at Jerry and start firing at him. And then Nicholas's bullet, I don't know, Nicholas does something else. Maybe not the bullet trick. He does some sort of explosion. So Jerry takes the blunt of the bullets as as a distraction, as Nicholas is able to blow the rest of them up. So Jerry dies, sadly, at the end of the battle. And then on top of that, oh no, we lose Eric. So Eric also does die in the battle, okay, because he felt for Jerry, because it was like, it's my fault too, Jerry. So he, for losing those Oceanside gals as our fighting force. So he dies too. But as he's dying, maybe he tells Andrea, maybe he tells Amy, like, spare Negan, don't kill him. We don't need to kill him. Who defeats Negan? Minor character. No, it's gonna be either Amy. So we'll do heads for Andrea. No, well, there we are. Andrea defeats Negan. There we are. And then says to Sadiq, save him. And maybe Amy's like, no, he killed Eastman. No, no, he killed Louis Morales. Whatever it may be. Anyway, moving on, we got our chaos roll. 33. 33 for our chaos roll. So along the corridor, 1, 2, 3. Oh no. A villain from the past who was thought to be dead is actually still active and is with the current bad guys, which would be, I guess we'll say the Whisperers, depending on what season it's in. Roll for which villain it is alive, and then roll d4 at the season finale. Okay, and that's they die. So we'll copy this. We'll copy this. Rightio, very random. But we like some fun. We like some extra fun. So which villain will it be? So I think what we'll do, because it says a previous season, we'll roll a d10. Oh, a villain from season 1? A villain from season 1? Now, there is no villains from season 1. Apart from, you could argue, like, Jenna. But he's not. He survived season 1. The only other person who I think you could technically classify as a villain, or an antagonist at least, although they were only briefly an antagonist for half an episode, is Guillermo. So do you know what I think's happening, guys? I think Guillermo is with the Whisperers. He'll come later on, obviously. Guillermo is a member of the Whisperers. That's what's happening. So, Guillermo is a Whisperer. Wow. Crazy. I spelled Guillermo wrong. I don't care. Anyway, who hangs Gregory? No. Which character hangs Gregory? Enid. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So Enid has enough of Gregory's shit. Hangs maybe on Nicholas's behalf, but Enid is the one to be like, we're done with your way of doing things, Andrea and Amy. We're done with it. And she hangs Gregory. I think for this chaos thing as well, I need to roll a d4 as well. Discover who it is. So Guillermo is going to kill a... Oh, shit. So Guillermo's going to kill a character before dying. And do you know what? We'll decide... We'll say that Guillermo... Yeah, we'll say that Guillermo will kill someone. About a character, we'll say. I might just say that Guillermo's the Jesus kill. Yeah, Guillermo kills the Jesus, and then we'll have someone kill. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, it's still different. It's still a little bit of chaos. Anyway, who loses an arm? Negan. Very random. I guess Negan's on the workforce here. And then he loses an arm. And like, people are taking out saviors. Do you think that's and then maybe he's like, that's his argument. He's like, people are taking out saviors. They're going to want to take out the head honcho savior. But who is the person who killed a rat? Who was it in the end? Bro, Negan did it. The Negan wasn't meant to be on that list, which is quite funny. But I'm gonna roll with this. Negan orchestrated this whole thing. He tried to like make it look like saviors he turned the saviors into victims. He was killing his own saviors for his own end to try and like stoke some sort of like rebellion with the saviors. He was trying to like strike a rebellion by killing saviors and pretending like Rick's group were the ones doing it, but it was actually secretly him who was taking out the saviors. Maybe like Negan's on like prison duty, so he's kind of restricted. Maybe he had like help from someone as well. But Negan was the one who was doing it. I kind of like that. I think that works. Trying to like strike some sort of rebellion through killing like saviors. So Negan is just put straight back into his cell, being like, "You fucking tried your best there, mate, but no cigar." But one character is gonna die on the bridge, finding their family, doing the I found them. Andrea, Jackie! And then Jackie with her one arm. I found him. No, that's beautiful. Jackie, what a queen, goes out on the bridge, blows herself out, and dies. I think it's kind of crazy how long Jackie survived for, so I'm cool with that. Very good. Very sad death for Jackie. Who gets killed by the CRM because they fucked around and found out with the CRM? Okay, so this is the Jadis exit. So we'll just someone messes with the CRM and they get killed for it. Oh no! I like Denise. I liked her. Denise. Okay, well I guess she was looking for some sweet meds or something to help with her practice, and they perceived her as fucking around. So she unfortunately found out. Very sad. Okay. Which main character goes on an adventure for a bit? This is the Maggie exit. So which character exits for a bit? Who's going to be? Enid. Okay. Well, I mean, Enid did hang Gregory. She kind of had that, like, Maggie art. Maybe her and Sophia. I've also spelled Sophia wrong this whole time. Her and Sophia, I guess, broke up. Maybe. So Enid has left the building for a little bit. And everyone's saying Enid's too old for Sophia, but again, Carl got aged up as well, so it would have been fine. Anyway, who kills Jocelyn? Which main character? Yeah, we'll just do a roll. So I guess it's Rick who doesn't do it. But I mean, Rick's gone at this point, so I don't know. Now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say heads Amy, tails Andrea. Tails Andrea. Yeah, Andrea kills Jocelyn. I don't like it being Sophia. Anyway, got a few more characters to add to the wheel. Boom. There we are. We've got 30 characters there now. Crazy. Now, I think we need to add... Huh? Oh yeah, Big Tiny's still around. We need to add some main characters, I feel, because I feel like we've not got very many. So season 9, we're meant to have probably one Kingdomer. So yeah, I'm gonna add Ezekiel to the list, obviously, because he's still alive. So why not? Just put them in alphabetical for a moment, and then we'll also, I think we'll also add someone from the Hilltop. We don't really have anyone from the Hilltop though, because they're all dead. Jesus died, Carson died, and obviously Gregory dies as a default. So maybe Big Tiny. I don't know. I feel like Big Tiny deserves it. Okay. Shit. I don't know. I feel like Big Tiny deserves it. I mean, who else have we got really? Look, having a look at it. I mean, Noah's already a main character, right? Yeah, Noah's a main character. He's not really done much. Eden, you got Spencerfied, didn't you? Go away. Silly me. I know, I sometimes forget characters. I do apologise. I think Olivia's still alive. Yeah. Oh, Morgan. Morgan, probably. Morgan. Because he's, like, maybe somewhat reformed now. They've let him out the cell. So, yeah, we'll make Morgan a main character, too. That makes sense. Don't keep him as a minor character. So, this is done. Anyway, who kills Jed? So which main character is the one who kills Jed in the end? If it's Negan again, that would be kind of funny. One-arm Negan. Nicholas? Yeah, we can go with that. Nicholas. Oh, also, should we say that, I think as well, we'll say that Nicholas adopted Gracie. I kind of like that. So Nicholas adopted Gracie. Where is she? There she is. Nicholas adopted Gracie as well during the Savior War. Anyway, who gets Jesus' death? Now, like I said, I think the person who's going to do this is Guillermo. So it's Guillermo was like, he kind of says hello to someone. So I feel like this should be someone from season 1. But there's not really many options for that. No, fuck. As he's reformed as well. That's brutal. So Morgan is stabbed in the chest, even though he was doing so well. He was reformed, and then he's stabbed by none other than where the fuck did I put him? Also, Tabitha, you're dead. You died with Dale. Where did I put Guillermo? Am I blind? I think I'm blind. Oh well, wherever he is. He just disappeared into the void, I think. Unless I put him on the wrong tier by accident. Where the hell could he be? I'm up on here, have I? I'll probably find him in like 10 minutes. Or someone's probably screaming at the screen going like, he's fucking there! He's right there! Can't you see him? He's there! Oh well. Listen. Whoever Guillermo is, he's the person who stabbed Morgan. But Morgan is no more. But who kills Guillermo? Okay, so Amy is the one who avenges Morgan. Which obviously makes sense because Amy, of course, would have been the one who knew Morgan the best because Morgan saved Amy at the start of the outbreak. So we like that. I am just quickly browsing through to make sure I've not just misplaced Guillermo, but I feel like I've probably put him somewhere. I just can't quite see his face at the moment. So be it. Oh, he's there. There he is. I see him. Finally, we found Guillermo. I knew he had to be somewhere, but he's killed too. He got killed by Amy. Anyway, we have to add Lydia. We'll add Lydia. Oof, bloody hell. Lydia. And then Ozzy. And Alec. So, yes. Okay, so now we get into the Bear McCreary, the Pike deaths. The Bear McCreary music, I mean. So we roll 2, and we take the highest number. Highest number is 10. That's not too bad. So 10 Pike deaths. So let's start with 1. 1. So we'll have 1 major, 2 major, and then the rest will be minor, etc., etc. So let's start with the minor characters first. Now it's not looking good. We did get like all the minor characters get wiped out early on, but it's okay because we're kind of slowly added some more. So we've got Addy. No one cares about Addy. Dog. Now, who owned Dog? I don't know. But Alpha beheaded Dog. Very brutal. Very brutal indeed. So let's just quickly update as we go along. So we've got Addy. No, I don't know whose child RJ is, but I guess it's Amy and Noah's. Yeah, why not? RJ is Amy and Noah's. Where is RJ actually on this list? RJ? More like NJ. And Amy and Noah's kid. Maybe we call him like Shane Jr. as well. Shane Jr. Anyway, so Dog. Where? Moving on. Who's next? So my headphones are making an awful staticky noise. I'm not sure why. Alec? Okay, so that's standard. Alec's obviously a standard character who normally dies. One of the highwaymen. Where's Alec? Where are you, Alec? There you are, Alec. Okay. So roll this one again. Marco. Fair enough. We'll use Marco on top of that. Where are you, Marco? Step right up. You're for the Pikes. And then we've got Sam. Oh, that's brutal. Little Sam. That could be kind of like the Henry in a way, couldn't it? So we'll go for Little Sam. R.I.P. Little Sam. I mean, he's lost the rest of his family, so maybe that works out, actually. I don't know. And then let's just shuffle a little bit so we break it up. We've got Diane! Oh no. So poor Diane as well. So we're getting one from a different community, which is good. Where are you, Diane? There you are, Diane. And then we're nearly at. We've got two more. Benjamin as well. Fuck. Okay. Benjamin. And one more minor character. Imagine Bear McCreary's music. Do do do. Right. No, I don't accept that. The kid gets immunity, goddammit. Sadiq. Okay. The person that I guess Carol saved? Sadiq. So, R.I.P. Sadiq as well. So he's the last one of our pikes there. And then finally, we get 2 major characters added to the list as well. Now, we've only got 9 major characters, so I do need to update this go next season. But no, it's decided actually one of them is going to be a minor character. I'm going to remove that for now because I feel like one of them has to be major. So on top of that, you're losing Yumiko as well, which okay. So Yumiko on top of that as well. And then who is the actual major character we're getting? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Especially with Enid gone. That's brutal. That is brutal. No. I hate it, but I guess we'll go with it. Sophia is the major character who is beheaded by Alpha. R.I.P. Damn. And I guess the Henry relationship's still a thing, I suppose, as well. Because, I mean, Henry's still alive, right? So Henry and Lydia are probably still a thing. And maybe Sophia was like an older sister to Lydia. Like a big sister vibe that was going on with her. So it's extra brutal for both Henry. And maybe Henry had still had that sort of crush like he had on Enid. Maybe he had the crush on Sophia instead in this universe. And then obviously found Lydia, who was a girl his age. So it's a bit more well suited to him. And then sadly, she gets his big sister figure gets piked, but of course Sophia's been around since season 3. On top of this, so it's a big character anyway. Yeah, I mean on top of that, of course we've lost Tara and all these not Tara, Yumiko and Sadiq and Diane. Sam. I mean Sam's a pretty big one. I guess Sam would have been around for a while, and Sam would be. So I'm just adjusting my mic. Sam would probably be pretty old at this point, right? So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, chaos roll time. So we're on to season 10. We're nearly through this slog. What are we at? We're at 2 hours at the currently. So I do kind of want to get through this now. So let's do chaos roll. I guess I'm just gonna go for it. We're just gonna balls to the wall. 44. So along the corridor, 4, 2, 4. Everybody who died in season 1 actually had Dr. Janet's assistant feed them an alive cure from the grave, and they are all revived and joined the crew. Oh no! So it turns out this whole time that these characters, there was a secret formula, and Daryl, Herschel, Tyrese, Beth and Zach. Now Beth and Zach, I guess, turned out they actually know this works. Ready? Beth and Zach actually, the last minute, found a bunker and they jumped in the bunker, and this bunker was safe from the CDC exploding. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. And they went and they found Tyrese on the road. Okay. Because of course he was bitten. That was the first person they found. And as he was dying from the bite that he was left on the side of the road for, they injected him with the cure that Dr. Jenner left behind. Remember Dr. Jenner? The hope is alive all along. Beth found it. And I mean, Herschel and Daryl, I mean, I guess they never destroyed their brains, so their walkers rose, and because they were put in the ground very early, maybe they were well preserved or some shit. Let's go with that. And so Maggie never shot her dad, and she decided just to bury him instead. Now, obviously, Maggie, Beth couldn't save, but she did save her dad. So Herschel, Terrell, Beth, Tyrese, and Zach are all alive and well. So Zach, Beth, Daryl, Tyrese, Herschel. And let's be honest, if this is happening, I feel like Beth has to be a main character, because she was like a villain, really, wasn't she, in a way? Beth and Zach maybe is main characters. I don't know. Why not? Daryl and Tyrese and Herschel are just kind of there to add on to it. What? Very random indeed. Ooh. Does Frances die or join the coalition? Head, she dies. She dies. Right. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Frances, where are you, Frances? Let's add these guys. Jocelyn, you died ages ago. Let me just add these guys before I forget. Add them all. Not you, Alpha. You're not part of our group. Ozzy's part of our group, though. Oh, and what about Coco? So, Coco, we'll say, is... who did I say adopted Gracie? I don't even remember who I said adopted Gracie. Nicholas, isn't I? I said Nicholas, yeah. Coco, whose kid could that be? Who's Andrea with again? Oh, she's not with anyone now. Fuck it, Andrea's with Big Tiny now, okay? Andrea moved on. Andrea's with Big Tiny, and Coco is Big Tiny and Andrea's kid. Because we're having some legacy characters in this motherfucker. Anyway, she's dead. Frances is dead. So who lets Negan out of his jail cell for whatever reason? Who lets Negan out? Big Tiny. I mean, why not? Big Tiny lets Negan out. Maybe he thinks that Negan can do some damage. And then which character is the character who kills Brandon? Now, if it's Negan, we can say it's because he killed Milo and Amelia. Oh, no, it's Andrea. So maybe Andrea suspected that Brandon was the one who did it, and so she killed Brandon. But then, obviously, it turned out it was her own man who did it. Sadiq's death. And it makes sense as well, because Big Tiny was a savior as well. Who gets Sadiq's death? So this actually goes to a minor character, because Sadiq technically was not a main cast build character. So who figures out? Oh no, it's Connie, the investigative journalist. She figures out that Dante is a spy, and sadly Connie is snuffed out by Dante. Very sad. Where are you, Connie? You're dead. And then who puts the end to Dante? Who says no more of that and starts stabbing him repeatedly? It's Amy. Fucking hell. I love how the Harrison sisters are sharing a kill. They're hogging all the kills. Amy won here. And anyway, so we'll add Gamma to our list. Gamma. Oh, bloody hell. That's not Gamma. Gamma to our list. It's done. And then who gets the Laura death as well? Add Gamma up here. Gavin. Oh. I don't know if I like that. He didn't really do much. Gavin, our reformed saviour. I guess he's a reformed saviour, so it works. In a sense, because we lost Laura in the final battle anyway, so maybe actually that works out. So he tries to defend Gamma. And then he gets body slammed on the jail cells by what's his name? Beta. And then who gets Gamma's death? So who is gutted like a fish by Beta? Tyrese. He came back, guys. He came back for for one season to reveal all this cool cure that they're trying to get made, and maybe this is actually going to be in the end game, okay? But Tyrese is sadly gutted by Beta. Damn. One of the people in the cure team, and unfortunately you can't cure a knife through the stomach. He was left by a tree to die, and he ended up getting gutted. Earl death. So who gets the Earl's death? Who gets Earl's death? So who's bitten, saves all the children like a hero, and then tries to very badly put themselves down. Olivia. I mean, she literally looked after Judith all the time, so that made sense. Well, I say all the time. She looked after Judith when Negan was being weirdo. So Olivia, she gets the Earl death. I think that works. And then an extra hilltop battle, because why not? Just to account for all these people who kind of disappear or fade into the background. Oh, no! Not our highwaymen. Ozzy. So the highwaymen go down, defending the hilltop, and Ozzy goes down with them. So which three head off to the Commonwealth? So we're going to have two main characters. And then one minor, but then this minor, of course, becomes a major. Well, actually, I'm not going to say it's Andrea, but it's closer to Beth than anyone else. So I'm going to say Beth is one of them, and I think this makes sense. Now, I'm going to say Zach is also one of them, too, for obvious reasons, because this is our Cure team, our new Cure team, Team Cure. And which minor character decides to go with them? So I say that this minor character spoke to Stephanie on the radio. And obviously Zach and Beth think this is perfect for... Oh, perfect, Lydia. I think this is perfect for the Cure. So Henry and Lydia, I guess, break apart for this moment. Lydia's like, we've got to do this. Maybe Henry encourages that. Because Lydia's like, what about the battle with my mom? I've got to help with that, right? And Henry's like, no, you don't, because it's not your fault. It's not your fault, and etc. And you've been speaking to this girl on the radio, this woman who seems really friendly. That's your purpose, Lydia. You don't have to be, you don't have to fight. You don't have to be involved in this battle. Who says you have to be? So she goes off to be with the Commonwealth, not knowing what's going to happen to her mother in a few moments. So who kills Alpha? I did remove Lydia, didn't I? Yeah. Noah! Bro, he's done nothing. He's done fuck all this entire, rewrite. He's just been there. And then he kills Alpha? Whatever. Okay, fine. He decided to step up and do something, I guess. And Noah kills Alpha. Very random. Very out of nowhere. Who killed Dante again? Did we do Dante? It was Amy, yeah, of course. But yeah, very out of nowhere. Oh shit, I forgot to add Jules. I think I've not got a thing for Jules. I think I might have deleted it by accident. Not like it matters. Who cares about Jules? Anyway, main character finale death to account for the Michonne exit. So, who will that go to? So this person basically leads the herd away, the herd of walkers away, and self-sacrifice. Bro does nothing. The entire fucking... Whatever, okay. Noah decided to kill Alpha, and then he distracted the herd. I will add these guys, but I think what I'm going to do is I think we'll do the Beatrice death first. Just, I don't want to mix... Actually, no, we do want to mix them up. Fuck it. Now, is there a Herschel Ree? Yeah, fuck it. Because Herschel Ree is going to be... Herschel Ree is going to be Enid's kid with... I don't know. Frost? Fuck it, why not? Turns out, Enid had a son with Frost. She broke up with Sophia, came back. Where's Sophia? Sophia dead. Oh, fuck. Well, I've got a kid. There you go. Fuck it. Enid's got a kid. Moving on. So we've added them. They're added. She's got some friends as well. She's been part of this random group for a bit. So we've got the Beatrice death. Who gets the Beatrice death? Oh no, Daryl! 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 He came back from the dead, only to be stabbed and devoured. Very sad. He died how he was meant to die in the first place. Who killed Beta? So which character kills Beta? Fuck that Daryl came back just to die again. Same with Tyrese, man. What the fuck? Who kills Beta? Big Tiny. Okay, let's be honest though. Big Tiny is Andrea's man, so it was Andrea. That's what we're saying. Anyway, he was banging Leah this whole time. Before we do that, let's update this. So, of course, we've got Enid, who is now back. So, we're going to add her to the wheel. And let's have a little look at the characters we've got left. So, we've got Ezekiel. I feel like Henry deserves the main spot now. Obviously, Lydia will get some. So, we've got a few extra characters that will be, of course, added to the wheel too as main characters. But on top of that, who else do we really want to add? I mean, Nicholas, I think, is already there, right? Yeah, Nicholas is already there. Henry, we just gave it to because I feel like he's big enough now. He's been doing some stuff. I've kind of included him in some storylines there, willy-nilly. I mean, we could add Herschel, but fuck it. Oh, Ozzy, you died, didn't you? He was the extra death in the Battle of the Hilltop. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm feeling any of these characters. I don't know. Maybe Alden. Yeah, we could update Alden just because that's what happened to Alden anyway. So we'll update Alden as well. And then we've also got the Magnus group. So who have we got left? We've got Magna and Kelly. Fuck it. Okay, we'll do Magna and Kelly as well because they actually were pretty much all of Magna's group bar Luke were updated to main cast, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, who's banging Leah? Which of these characters was banging Leah during the time that after the time that Jackie bravely sacrificed herself? It was Nicholas. So Nicholas obviously had to get away from raising Gracie from time to time, so he met obviously Leah and was banging her. And which came? Yeah, it's done. Chaos roll though for season 11. Well, not the final chaos roll, but the second to last chaos roll, because of course we do one more in the finale just to shake things up. So we've got 46. So along the corridor, down the stairs. Oh no! We've already had it. Fuck it. This does not apply to any D20 rolls though. If we do a D20 roll at the end, it doesn't apply for this. We'll have to do another chaos roll anyway. But there you go. We've already had this once. Oops, sorry. But I guess, I don't know. I guess we're just... every death means another death. So, Gage's death / 2 people. So, 2 people are going to die on the train saying, Enid, open the door! And then Enid's like, sorry, I can't. And then this character is going to say, liar. Oh my god. Elijah, her own man. She leaves her own, one of her own men behind, along with someone else. Because, of course, we got 2 extra deaths. Along with Luke. Oh, God. I guess these 2 both volunteered for the mission. Obviously, Elijah, because he's loyal. And she abandons, Enid abandons Luke. Maybe she thinks he's, I don't know, like fat or something. And Elijah's just, maybe Elijah goes down like a champ. Anyway, Cole's death. So, one of these people is attacked by the Reapers and killed. Dwight? Oh my god, so we lose Dwight. And... Holden, oh my god. Oh, wait, no, Alden, I upgraded Alden, so that doesn't count. I upgraded Alden. Did I take Kelly off this list? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this, you know. We won't do it we won't do the legacy characters dirty, don't worry. I don't like killing the legacy kids. That feels wrong to me. Anyway, I do need to delete because I keep fucking this up, man. I really do. Magna and Kelly. And who else did we add? Henry. Did I take Henry off this list? No, I didn't. Right, that was all I added, wasn't it? Yeah. And Big Tiny. I think I took him off. Right. So we got Dwight, and who was our extra cold F? So far we've lost season 11. Great start. We lost Elijah, and we lost Luke. Where are you, Luke? Am I blind? And then we lost Dwight in the woods. He was killed by the Reapers. Throat slit in the woods. Where the fuck is Dwight? There. And Frankie. Yeah, she was also killed in the woods. I guess we had a bigger team going to Meridian here. And then we have Duncan's death. So who gets fucking shish kebabbed by the knives? By the Reapers chucking knives. Jules. So that's Luke's girlfriend gone as well. They went on a nice date to raid a community. Didn't go well for them. But on top of that, someone else is getting shish kebabbed. That's closer to Beatrice. And we're not killing the legacy characters off. So Beatrice also gets... Oh my god, he's two... Wait, this is actually really funny. How this has worked out is actually quite cool. I'll explain it now. Look. So they kill 2 saviors, 2 Oceanside people. What the fuck? So Jules and Beatrice get slaughtered. And then we got Agatha's death. So two people go down from walkers in the woods. This is a brutal final season. Duncan. Okay, so we lose Duncan. Oh my god. I've never felt so like lively in a season when we got to season 11. Like this is really interesting to me. Duncan and Earl. Fucking hell. So these guys get taken out by walkers. Guys, what's going on? And then this person. Where's Duncan? Duncan and Earl. And then this person gets kidnapped. DJ. So DJ gets kidnapped and tortured for information. Where are you, DJ? And on top of that, so does Gage. Gage also gets tortured and killed for information. So we lose... Who was that? DJ and Gage as well. Holy shit. Brutal. Now, who kills Pope? And of course, we always like to add Leah to this list. Just to spice things up, so she has the chance to kill him as well. Okay, well, I guess Ezekiel came on this mission. Very random. But Ezekiel is the person to kill Pope. And then who kills Brandon Carver? Ooh, Big Tiny. Okay. And then on top of that, who gets the Alden death? Now, I'm glad I actually added extra characters here because Alden's death is a 2-for-1. Now, technically, she doesn't have immunity anymore, but not in the Reaper arc. I'm not accepting that. It's right in the middle as well. So, listen, I'm not killing Andrea or Amy off in the Reaper arc. They can die in the Commonwealth arc if they are to die. Fuck's sake, are you joking me? Listen, if it lands on one of them again, I guess they're dying in the Reaper arc. Okay, I guess it is what it is. And that can't make sense because Ezekiel kills Pope. So how can he kill Pope? And then... No, it can actually. Okay, no, because he could get injured, right, when they kill Pope. And then they go back to, like, kill them. So, yeah, we'll go with that. So Ezekiel is one of the deaths. He's left in the church. He gets killed by like a stray reaper or something. As does Enid. Oh fuck. Okay, this changes the story. Like Enid led these people on the mission, and then she ends up dying as a result. Yeah. So we'll say that Ezekiel got injured. They left him in the church. And that's how he died. And then Enid, I guess, died in the battle itself. So, wow. That is pretty brutal. So, we'll add all of our people back. And then these three will be added back to the main character list. So, we've still got a lot of main characters, but, you know, it is what it is. So, this is done. Who kills Toby Carlson? So which of these characters takes out Toby Carlson? We're nearing the end now, guys. We're nearing the end. What are we at? 2.5 hours. That's okay. Henry. Okay, that's interesting. Henry takes out Toby Carlson. You never see that coming. Yeah. Marco's death. So who gets Marco's death? Now, obviously, we have to have 2 deaths here because chaos roll. So these 2 people both get killed by Leah. So first is the last of the Oceanside. Rachel is killed by Leah. And then who else is killed by Leah? Annie. That's Annie. Close enough to Annie. I'm not killing the legacy characters off. I refuse. So Annie is also dead. I guess her and Negan could still be a thing. That's pretty brutal though. Negan watches his pregnant wife get shot right in front of him because she decided to help in the battle. So there you have it. Annie's dead too. And then who kills Leah? Which one of these main characters gets to do it? Well, let's be honest. Andrea had... Wait... Nah. Okay. We'll say it's Andrea. Because I said Andrea heads. With the help of Nicholas, okay? Just to make it come full circle, because of course Nicholas was one banging her. And then who kills... Well, that answers that question. Who kills Sebastian? Zach. So Zach is the character who kills Sebastian, which works, because Zach's just there to try and get the cure to work, and he's trying to get the scientists together to make the cure. And that's where Tommy comes in, I think. Maybe he's not related to Yumiko. Maybe he's just like some super smart virologist that Dr. Candace Jenner and Dr. Edwin Jenner were in contact with, okay? That's what we're going with, okay? So who kills Sebastian? Zach. Where's Zach? I mean, where's Sebastian? These guys are dead, obviously. Leah's dead. Sebastian, you're dead. Right. Oh, fuck me. Beta? You died ages ago. Who killed Beta in the end? I forget. Oh, yeah, Andrea. Anyway, who kills Lance? So which one of these characters takes out Lance? Wait, Noah died as well, didn't he? Go away, Noah. He died at the end of season 10. Henry! Bloody hell, he's on a streak. Henry just kind of stepped up as like one of the main characters, I guess. He took out bloody... He took out fucking Toby Carlson, and then he took out Lance. Very cool. And then who loses an arm? The Lydia treatment. Who gets the Lydia treatment? Main character, of course, as well. Oh, not to Beth, man. Beth loses an arm. I guess what happened is during the fight to, during the fight to get the cure to safety, she is bitten, and maybe the cure's not viable enough yet because they only had so many vials that they used on like Tyrese and Daryl, etc., and Herschel, of course. So they decided to amputate her arm, which is very sad. She doesn't want to lose her arm, but she had to do it. And in the end, who gets shot for the finale? So which main character is shot in the chest, and they have to carry this character to safety? Okay, well that works. Beth loses an arm and also gets shot, and maybe as well she's studied all the things, so she's important for the cure. Okay, Maybe she knows more than Zach, right? She's like really studied all of all the Jenner's work. So they're carrying her because this is like the cure. This is the hope that they're carrying in their arms, and they want to try and save. Yeah, that's why they're trying to save Beth, because she is the hope. Everyone, she is the hope. She is the light. And yeah. So now we're doing bonus chaos roll, so that previous chaos roll is nullified. So don't worry, we don't have to do extra deaths now. Final chaos roll, 34. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, a community falls. We could just say Alexandria. We'll say Alexandria's gone. We'll say Hilltop's gone. We'll say fuck it. We'll say Oceanside's gone. We'll say they're all gone. It's just the Commonwealth left now. That's what we'll say. There you are. That's our bonus, okay? Turns out in this whole thing, only the Commonwealth survives. That's what we'll say. So everyone who does survive ends up at the Commonwealth. How many finale deaths are there? Roll a d20. Yes, that's right. Carnage is here. So d20. Oh, 12 deaths. Are you ready, everyone? Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Here we go. Oh, here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, these top 3, I think I'm going to save for major characters. So we'll start from 4. We'll have a bunch of minor character deaths. So these characters basically die fighting the herd, trying to save Beth and the cure. The first character to die is Mercer, which I really dig. Like him dying for the Commonwealth to save like the cure, to save this community. I think that's a cool death to start it off with. Okay, he decided to join the resistance, even though it was not in his benefit. And Jadis as well. I don't know. I like that too. Jadis she joined the group obviously after being an enemy and a double crosser a million times. Her dying too to save the cure. So all these characters, they die just to the herd. Okay, fighting to like sort of break through. Princess as well, dying alongside her man. Her man, of course, Mercer. Yes, she only came in last season, but I don't know. I think that's cool as well. Them dying together is kind of nice. Next up. No to the legacy characters. We love the legacy characters. I mean, let's be honest. I may as well just remove Coco from the list, because Coco is not doing anything, not killing anyone, so fuck it. Tammy Rose. We lose Tammy Rose. Which, I don't know. I kind of like that one. She lost her husband anyway. Got killed by the Reapers. So, we lose Mercer. Jadis. Princess. Dying together in each other's arms. Tammy Rose as well, giving her valiant effort. Oh no! Tommy! We need him. Yeah, Tommy adds the extra because Tommy was like like I said in this rewrite, he's a virologist, right? That's what we said. So him dying adds extra pressure. Like fuck, we actually need Beth to survive now, because if Beth dies, we are absolutely screwed. So it adds an extra layer, okay? Gracie, listen. Gracie's like a legacy character, I guess, because she's Aaron's kid. So yeah, fuck it. We'll keep her alive because she's Nicholas's kid in this scenario. So fuck it. Keep the legacy characters alive, like I said. Oh no, Old Herschel. This is Old Herschel. So Old Herschel, he's not really done much since he came back from the dead, but he didn't make it in the end. He also died fighting for the cure. And then we've got 3 more to go from the minor characters. Agatha. We've got Agatha. Real witch name, that. Frost. Which is like, you know, the two. If it's coal, it's a perfect... Oh no. Oh no, not Max. Max dies too. Maybe Max is like killed by the Miltons as like revenge, or like Pamela has her executed or something. She's like, my brother's dead, and she's like, I don't care, kill her, shoot her. Yeah, maybe that's what's happened. And now we have the 3 big deaths. Who are they going to be the 3 major characters that don't make it? No, we need our cure. No, Beth doesn't make it in the end, everyone. And so the fate of humanity rests on Zach's hands, who doesn't quite believe in himself. Oh no! And Andrea saves Zach, dying to protect him, to protect the cure for the zombie virus. And Nicholas, he protects the children. That's what we'll say. And we'll say that Andrea is the one, she gets bitten in the end. And so everyone gathers around her. We lose Nicholas too, but so be it. Where are you, Nicholas? You're a big boy. Everyone gathers around Andrea as she slowly dies. She saved humanity because she saved the cure. And although Beth didn't make it, Zach is able to perfect a cure that saves everyone. Wow. So everyone says bye to Andrea. Big Tiny's very sad. He's lost his woman. Amy decides to get back with Jimmy in the end. I guess they reconcile. Jimmy's basically done fuck all. He's been alive this whole time though. So they reconcile. They get back together as well. Very cute, very lovely. Yeah. Anyway, do they execute Pamela Milton? Heads, yes. Oh. Yes. So I guess Amy decides, fuck it. My sister's dead. Hang her. So they hang her. And then who gets to become the governor of the Commonwealth after this thing? Oh. Full circle. I fucking love it. I love it. That's beautiful. Good RNG. So Amy's story is over. There. She didn't die. She's alive. But Amy, of course, becomes governor of the Commonwealth. Who becomes second in command? Alden? I guess, maybe. Well, actually, maybe I don't know. Yeah, Alden's second in command. Or some shit. I don't know, whatever. He's lieutenant governor. Yeah, so let's run through it. So we've obviously got Amy and Alden. They're helping to run the Commonwealth. Big Tiny's obviously pretty distraught, but Big Tiny. Did Big Tiny have a kid? Oh yeah, Coco. Coco was Big Tiny and Amy's kid, right? Andrea's kid, sorry. So yeah, he's just gonna be looking after his daughter, all right, with his daughter that he had with Andrea, and then Amy is looking after, she's running the Commonwealth along with Alden, whilst also raising, RJ, which is her and Noah's kid, yeah, NJ, and then Herschel is Enid's kid with Frost. Frost died in the end, so I guess I don't even know. Nicholas is dead as well, so Gracie's an orphan too. Fuck knows. I guess maybe Jimmy decides to raise the 2 orphaned kids. He's like, I don't know, I've got nothing better to do. And then you got Henry and Lydia, who are still going. They're kicking about. You got Zach, who's like the top virologist who's cured the zombie virus and saved humanity. Yes, that happened in this rewrite. Negan, who survived, I guess, and maybe he just exiles himself. You got Rodney, who I'm actually very surprised that he's still here, but okay. Gamma and not Gamma, Magna and Kelly, and last members of their group. Guess they're just chilling in Commonwealth. Gamma probably adapted to Commonwealth pretty well. Kind of crazy she survived. Cole, who gives a fuck, and Virgil, who gives a fuck. There you go. They're not missing. Happy ending. Woo! There we are. Now, I hope you enjoyed that rewrite. Now, before I go, okay, I had this little idea of, and I think I clicked on it whilst we were doing it, okay? So, obviously, requests, send me money, etc., etc. If you want to see if you like this rewrite, tell me your thoughts on it, etc., etc., all that good stuff, okay? Now, one little thing. I had this idea, okay, and this is the idea. So basically, hear me out here. This might not work, but maybe it's too crazy. Maybe this is too ambitious, and I don't know when I do this, but I just kind of wanted to add it on the end and see what you guys think about it. Okay, so the idea would be we'd go through the list, right, and we be like, who's our protagonist, and we'll do special random on Wikipedia, and if it pops up with something like this, so Little Daisy Hotel, which is obviously, it's about a building, and we need a person. But if it pops on a building like this, it's basically the first person who's linked. You can see here is this dude, James Douglas. So then our protagonist would be this James Douglas dude. Okay, okay. That's who'd be our main character in our rewrite, and then we'd go from that. Like, I don't know if that's too weird, if that would be too random. Maybe it would be. Or like we'd be like, who the fuck is this? Some fucking 1980 Summer Olympics Robert Kostenberger. So you know what I mean? It's so fucking random. I kind of like it though. Tell me your thoughts on that. I don't know. Maybe that's too weird though. So maybe you guys aren't interested in that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. I think next rewrite is Shiva, I do believe. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm 90% sure that it's Shiva next. So that will be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Bye-bye. Oh, and also, I'll leave a link for the Discord down below, so you can join the Discord. And there I have a PDF of the formula. I haven't got Chaos Table updated yet, but I'll get to it eventually. Just at me and bug me on the server, and eventually I'll be like, fine, I'll fucking do it. Stop at me. That'll work, because I'm lazy. Anyway, bye.